Live from Miami, Florida, and the Green Place, it's Friday night.
I forgot to move my mic into its normal position. Do I sound all right?
I actually did some breathing exercise, and I stretched out this Friday night this time.
That was a good intro. What did you say? Something about the Breen?
No. The Green Place. That's the thing from Mad Max. The Green Place.
Oh, you saw Furiosa
Yes, I did.
today. Well,
Yes, I did.
how was it? Like, without spoilers, what's your review
Um,
of Furiosa?
it was okay. It was a little bit too long. Um, the
What's a
character
little bit too
development.
long? Like, how long? What's the runtime on
mm,
Furiosa?
2 hours and 7 minutes.
2 hours
And 7 minutes.
and 7 minutes. That's not so bad.
Yeah, but yeah,
But you
it
felt
was
it lagged. You felt they could have cut some stuff out, huh?
yeah, it was a bit too long. But it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Does it have like those guys that paint their mouths or
Oh yeah,
whatever silver?
oh yeah.
Yo,
The the
Stellar.
um the War Boys, yeah,
They're called the
and
War
yeah,
Boys.
yeah,
I
and
want
then,
them to
yeah.
wage
So
war
they go
on
so
me.
no, so they go shh, witness, and then they commit suicide, which is awful.
I don't want them
Um,
to do that
Yeah.
with
No, but
me.
also, Morton Joe is in this one because it's a prequel.
Is
So
that
you
who
find
Chris
out,
Hemsworth is?
yeah,
Man,
Dementis.
he went from hot to not.
Yeah. No, actually, Chris Hemsworth did a
Remember that
fantastic
website?
job.
Do you remember hot? No, I'm sorry. Go
No,
on.
actually, Chris Hemsworth as Dementis did a lovely job. He was really good in the movie because he was like the
Cilantro
primary.
says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but my plans got
What?
canceled, so I thought I'd pop in and say hi." You're always welcome to say hi. Also,
Eh,
weren't you at isn't there, like, some kind of I thought I saw our friend Will posting about being really drunk. Did he pass out? Is he passed out? Will, are you out
what?
there? Are you hearing this? I don't know if you know Will, Marcel, but anyways,
No.
carry on, carry on.
No, but I thought that this was one of Chris Hemsworth's best performances because
Really? Ever? Like, all time?
yeah, he really went for it, and he was a really really compelling um my God, oh my God,
Oh, don't
George
give
Miller.
spoilers, remember, you can you
The
do it without
No,
spoilers? Do you know
no,
spoilers?
no, 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 I
Do
no,
no
I just
spoilers.
forgot the name of the director for a second. He was a really compelling uh George Miller villain this time around.
The
Um,
director's George Miller?
yes, yeah, the director is George
What else
Miller,
did
yeah.
he do?
He's done Happy Feet, he
Happy
did
Feet? The director of Happy
yeah,
Feet did this?
he directed Happy Feet.
Oh, wow.
He did the original Mad Max, he did,
Oh,
Mad
yeah, okay, duh,
yeah,
I should have known who you're talking about. Oh, so
Mad
these
Max
are his
2.
this is his but he did Happy Feet.
Yes, he did
He
Happy Feet.
produced it, Marcel, he didn't direct it.
He
Did he
directed
direct
it.
it? He
Yes, he
did?
did. He did, look it up.
Oh my
I
god,
think he did.
you're
Look it
so
up.
right, he did and Happy Feet too. Wow, I kinda
Yeah,
and he did Babe, I forgot that he did Babe.
yeah, he
Babe's
did.
like one of my oh my gosh, I forgot. I love Babe and Babe Pig in the City, I love them both.
I'm not a big fan of Babe, but no, but
Okay, so these
Fury.
are his, like, babies then, so he's continuing to
Yeah,
direct them. It's not
Max
like
Max
how
is his
George Lucas
franchise.
handed off everything.
Yeah, Mad Max
Interesting.
is his franchise. No, but also Anya Taylor-Joy did a fantastic job as a younger version of Charlize Theron as Furiosa because that woman could tell so much with just a look. Um, and so much in the movie is said without any dialogue. It's just
When does this take place? Like, okay, so Mad Max the original, right? Where does is
yeah,
this a prequel even to that now?
yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road because in Mad Max Fury Road, you see how Furiosa escapes from Morton Joe, and in this film, you see how she meets Morton Joe and how she becomes essentially a part of his
No,
family
I
or a part of
understand that,
his
but is this a prequel to, the first Mad Max film?
no,
What is it called?
no, no, Mad Max. The first Mad Max one was called Mad Max.
It wasn't it called something else?
No,
I'm thinking of
no,
something else.
it's Mad Max, and then it's Mad Max 2, I think, and then it's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, I think. No, but no, but
Direct Mad
this
Max and Mad Max 2. He only directed Mad Max Thunderdome according to IMDb, it looks like.
who? George Miller?
Yeah.
Oh. No, but what was I saying? Furiosa is a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road.
The Road Warrior is part 2, by the way.
Thank you, The Road Warrior. Thank you very much.
Okay, I understand that it's a prequel to that, but does it also take how long ago? Where was she a Thunderdome kid? Like, what's her deal? Like, where was
No,
she?
no, no. Furiosa was not around when Thunderdome was around. She's not. She wasn't around. She came into
So
the universe
she
later.
was later. So she's post Mad Max himself. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
She
So
came in.
she's like born after Mad Max
Yeah.
Beyond the Thunderdome takes place. You're sure about that? Is it
Yeah.
stated in the movie, or are you just...
No. It's not stated in the movie, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
I don't want to ask ChatGPT
No,
because I don't think it'll give me a real answer.
they can't be trusted. You know what? I was actually fiddling around ChatGPT, and it scared the crap out of me. Some of the shit that that thing can do.
Why? What were you asking it?
I know.
I got it to say "I love you" to me, which was pretty cool. ChatGPT
No,
said, "I love you, Sohail."
no, I was
I
actually
felt
no.
something actually. It was really weird.
I was asking it to write me, uh, to write me uh, um, what do you call it? An outline for a story I wanted to write, and it did a pretty good job.
Oh no! Like, what did you do? You told it your story?
No, I gave it some prompts, and I gave it some bullet points that I wanted for it to include.
So, like, hey,
Yeah.
look, our friend parentheses I is here, and
Hey.
I saw Furiosa yesterday. I have mixed feelings about it, but you don't, right, Marcelo? You loved it.
No, I want to be clear. I liked it. I didn't love it.
Oh, you liked it. I
I
haven't
liked it.
seen it yet. I don't know if Father's seen it. He's gonna be on a little later, but
Yeah, I have. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I made a custom layout for StreamYards.
oh, and I can use it or no?
Yeah, you probably could, but you have to give me
How? What do I
access.
do?
Can I? Yeah, no, you
I
you would
still
have
don't
to.
have. I don't have a user. I'm in a weird grandfathered account. I
I
paid
don't-
very little
you
for
know
StreamYard.
what? You ticked me off. You know what? You know what I'm gonna
Ooh.
do? I'm gonna give you the money so you can get
No,
the
I don't
right
want your
account.
money,
Why
Marcelo. I don't
not?
want your
It
money.
pisses me off that you cheap.
I might
I'm
start a
kidding.
Patreon. If I start a Patreon and people like
I'll
contribute
give
to
you
it, then
money.
then you could give me money there. But I don't want you to just give me money randomly.
Give me money.
Father,
Hey,
look.
Father. How are you doing? Good, bad?
Howdy.
Howdy,
Howdy,
howdy.
howdy.
How are you doing?
I'm fair. How are you?
Good.
I'm fair,
Good. I'm good.
fair to middling. Father, have you seen
I'm
Furiosa?
I
good.
have not.
We're doing a
That
no
came out today,
spoiler.
right?
Yeah, we're doing a no
I'd
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
see
spoiler,
it.
like a no
It was
spoiler
yeah.
Furiosa.
It was okay. It was okay.
I promised my
As a
friend Kara that I would see it with her, so I need to check with her. What if she's already
Yeah.
seen it? That I'll just be like,
Well,
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 F you, I'll
well,
go see it by
that,
myself.
well, that's not fair.
Yeah. I wonder if that I should message her right now.
No, but if she said she wanted to see it with you, then why wouldn't she wait for you? Right?
I don't know. Just
Rachel.
sometimes people are like that.
Hey,
What
Woo!
up? Have you seen Furiosa?
I have not.
Yeah, I am.
We're doing a spoiler, a
Yeah, no.
non-spoiler.
Also,
Like Marcelo's giving us the breakdown, and also
yeah.
parentheses I in the audience has seen it, and so they might contribute too. But
Oh.
no spoilers for Furiosa. I know it says
Can
spoilers
I ask
for everything
PE a
there, but
question?
we're not doing. Yeah, ask. Of course you can answer. Yes, you may. Yeah, I'm the gatekeeper of questions. You may ask.
I am the gatekeeper of questions.
Oh, if PE could let us know, what was your feelings on Fury Road, and then how do you think Furiosa stacks up to that one?
I already. Oh, Fury Road. You want to know? Okay.
Yeah,
This is
the
our.
last
This
one.
is the Furiosa mixed.
Right. This is the
feelings.
prequel to
Yeah.
Fury
Fury
Road.
Yeah.
Marcelo says that the character was born after Beyond the Thunderdome. That it's not.
I believe so. Yeah. I
So
believe so.
I consider the Fury Road to be its own timeline. I consider it to be separate. I don't think there's a way it can fit in. That car, like Mel Gibson's character would not have had that car like that at any point post Road Warrior. So it's just, I think it's just a different timeline. But it's not really not that big of a deal. Like, it's not like every one of those movies kind of works within its own vacuum.
It feels
So-
it feels more like the James Bond franchise, where like if you
Yeah.
want to make them work in a timeline, you could, but
Yeah.
like, you don't need to do
Fury,
that.
Fury Road is still my favorite Mad Max movie.
I mean, Fury Road's great.
Yeah, Fury Road is
Yeah.
a fantastic movie, and Road Warrior is such a fucking classic.
Yep.
And it's weird because each one of those, the original three, they were very much like their own movie. They very much had like their own identity, their own flavor. They were very different, except Fury Road just kind of like did the same. It did like the Road Warrior thing, but somehow like just as good.
It's
Yeah,
been
no,
so long since I've seen any Mad Max movie that wasn't Fury Road.
Yeah, I really like this movie, Furiosa, but I liked Fury Road a lot more. But
Wait, the
there is
character of
things-
Mad Max is in Fury Road? I have to go back and watch Fury Road. I was too distracted by that Hawkeye with the
he is.
silver mouth. Like
The feral.
Oh.
PE's talking
Yeah, it
about.
was
There's a theory that the feral kid from Road Warrior,
Oh, okay.
the little kid
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Mel Gibson, that kid grows up and becomes Shinzon. What the hell's his name? Tom Hardy's
Tom
character.
Hardy.
Tom Hardy's
Yeah.
character.
I stand.
Hey, Stan.
So
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I like
Ahoy, hoy.
I mean, ahoy.
Hey, the
Are we
theory
all
about
talking at
Mad-
the same time? It's always the favorite.
There's no. I don't direct on this show.
I only
so,
talk when
yeah,
Sohel's talking.
there's gonna be a lot of overlap for
Good.
The
sure.
rest
I
of the
love it.
time,
I might
I only
sometimes,
talk when
if I'm paying
Sohel's gonna
attention,
talk.
Yeah,
I'll
so when
compliment
Sohel's
it.
talking, we should all start saying something.
Yes,
100%.
that's the only time I'm going to.
When
Yeah,
Sohel's talking, that's
yeah.
when we give spoilers for Furiosa, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the audience. Don't be a dick. Like I don't care about spoilers.
Stan, have you seen the recent motion picture Furiosa?
I have. I cannot believe that they let Mel Gibson back just to kill him off. Wild.
Oh.
I have not seen
It's
it.
totally not a spoiler.
So
Yeah,
wait a
that's
minute. So
That would
I'm
be
the only
satisfying,
person on the
actually, if
panel.
they did that.
For the record, the movie just came out, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, or
Today.
yesterday, technically.
Yeah.
if you
just
watched
yesterday,
it.
Yeah.
Or like
sorry.
yesterday at 7 p.m.
I've heard it's
Right.
incredible. I really liked Fury Road, so I
Yeah.
do want to see it.
but I love that you're
Yeah,
so
no.
flabbergasted that none of us have seen it yet. When I did a live stream yesterday and have been working basically since
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marcelo.
Now, since it's the only person who actually seen the movie here, it's the movie is good, but it's not as good as Fury Road for me.
Yeah, that's what PE is
Um,
saying.
I feel like
Yeah.
prequels are hard to live up.
Yeah,
Prequels
but
are
no,
hard,
but no,
and
but
also
no,
like it had
no.
been so long since the last Mad Max movie, Fury Road, that I think people
Right.
found Fury Road to be like this breath of fresh air that I don't know that they'll find with Furiosa because they're like expecting it now.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say about it is that Anya Taylor-Joy did such a good job of inhabiting a young Furiosa. She did a kick-ass job. Like she does things with her face that are so like expressive and so like I'm going to kill you into next week.
Anya
It's
Taylor
just,
Joy is always amazing. I don't-
just great.
I really have to watch Fury Road again. I was not paying attention.
You know, and it was,
obviously.
and it was cool seeing the, seeing the, I forgot what they're called now. Oh my God, what are those white guys called?
Didn't you say it was the witnesses or something or whatever?
Yeah, no,
what are they? Not
that's what they
not
say.
Proud Boys, but something like
No,
that.
the-
They're
the-
something boys.
Who went
Right?
to go
Damn it.
witness me though?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, what are they called? I said it.
The War
War
Boys.
Boys.
You told me,
War
and I
Boys.
had
Thank
said,
you. The
that's
War
right.
Boys. Yeah.
we're off to a great
Yeah,
start.
I-
I can't remember
yeah,
what you
I mean-
said earlier, and
I
I
mean-
made the joke that
I-
I want them to make war with me.
I absolutely love the War Boys because
but they're
absolutely,
dicks, so maybe not.
they're crazy.
The,
Oh, but
I mean,
Fury
what?
Road had what's his name? What's that dude? That actor?
Yeah,
He was
Oh,
I know.
Nicholas Hoult?
Beast.
Hurt?
Nicholas Hoult. Yeah.
Nicholas
Yeah.
Hoult. And now he's gonna be Lex Luthor.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm pumped about.
We know he can wear a bald head because he didn't.
Is he gonna be like shirtless as Lex Luthor? I hope so.
I don't know, but they're gonna have he's gonna have a Miss Tessmacher.
He's getting
Gene
for real.
Hackman. Yeah.
Is that for real? I'm
Yep.
okay. I already love I changed my mind about my trepidations about the new Superman movie. Now I
just
love
believe Miss Tessmacher.
it's Miss
Mr.
Tessmacher. That's like 100%.
And an Otis. It's gonna have an Otis in it too.
Oh my God! Shut up! Are you
There's
serious?
I'm 100% serious.
There's
You're
also
making-
Miss
I actually-
Tessmacher
That's the
on
movie I'm most
Supergirl.
excited for.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mr.
now
Tucker!
I didn't. That's all you had to say was Otis and Tessmacher, but Tessmacher more than anything.
I actually have this image as my background on my computer right now.
She's not in it, but I do have my background image on my computer is from a different Anya Taylor-Joy movie, but it's the 2020 version of Emma.
Oh, that was a good one.
I have the image
Yeah.
I have is that scene where he starts like ripping off his jacket in frustration, just like lies on the floor, and then a servant comes in, and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here."
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, I just love this sort of like, I love that look, so I just had to take it.
By the way, Stanley, congratulations! The salon has achieved its May goal of 75 subscribers. So anyone watching this right
Woohoo!
now, please go and subscribe so they can make their next goal. What's the next goal? 100?
Yes, we're trying to get to triple digits so that we can match my age.
Yeah. I just recently
Are you
one of my
subscribed,
channels just,
Marcelo,
yeah, I am.
to the salon?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was
one of
gonna
my
try to entice you to subscribe.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
I also am subscribed to
late.
the salon. So
Too late.
Parentheses
Already
I, are you subscribed to the salon? Go subscribe. You know, what I always say, which is something Father taught me, is like, it doesn't really cost you anything to subscribe to a channel, and you can always like not get the notifications if it's not your jam, but it helps like the channel out like immensely. Remember you used to say that, Father?
Yeah, I say that all the time.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So
And
anyone
why do
watching
people
this,
unsubscribe? That's another thing I don't. Unless
It's
like
lame,
unless
I
like a
know.
channel does something like really makes you mad. Like, why would you ever unsubscribe?
The other
We
thing
lost
is
one
like you never
subscriber
know
today, and I'm very curious because so the salon is chaotic mess. Although like funny enough, like I promise this isn't shade. Like the salon has more of an outline than say this or the first reactions usually does.
yeah, the
But-
reaction has that is not an insult of no
But-
outline.
We have such chaotic voices, and usually there's a larger group of people. Like
Yeah.
there's usually at least 6 of us, sometimes as much as 8, and it just goes all over the place. And we did a stream on Wednesday because a bunch of us just had nothing to do, and I was bored and high. So we streamed. So I think we could have lost somebody for that because drug references bother people even when they're legal. As
Yeah.
Yeah.
as father, he's popping a beer, but how dare somebody enjoy marijuana? Who knows? People are
I
weird.
mean, this is vodka, so
Sinners.
on one of my channels, we just passed 309 subscribers, and we just lost one this week, and I was like, motherfucker, which one of you was it?
Yeah, we've had really good growth, and that's what I should focus on. But instead, I'm
Yeah.
like, we lost one, and
Yeah, we lost one.
and it's
No, I definitely
clawing
know
at
that
my
feeling. I was like,
face.
who did it?
No, because our goal was 75, and then we lost one. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, but actually,
Oh,
We
it-
hit our goal
it-
regardless.
I think this was on TikTok. It's like I gained subscribers and got to like I was trying to get to like 1701, and I gained 2, and I was like, damn it, I missed it. And my friend was like, I'll unfollow you for like a second, and I was like, I got the screenshot. Follow me again.
That's really friendship when you
Actually,
like the,
that was
that's really
RC.
good.
RC did that.
no,
By the way,
but,
tonight's loose topics are Furiosa, Dune Prophecy, the
thank you.
Acolyte clip, Rings of Power season 2, and then All Good Things 35 years. Just
Okay, I know
that's
2
like,
of those.
I
Yeah,
know.
so-
Vaguely some. I only really know the last one well.
they're
Also,
just like
yeah,
loose topics. We can talk about
Yeah.
anything, of course.
Also, I'd like to point out that the day after that happened, we gained 3 subscribers the next day. So whoever dropped out was always was like taken away like by those.
I mean, it could be a thing.
3
I
new
have
subscribers.
accidentally unsubscribed from YouTube channels before, and then I tried to subscribe quickly back, but
Yeah.
I don't. Sometimes I'm like,
Sometimes
I hope
when
they
I'm in a
notice.
mood, I do some unsubscribing. Like during that kerfuffle of France getting a certain project ahead of others, some channels were being bitchy towards each other, and so I just like, I'm unfollowing all of you for a minute.
That's fair.
Depends on my mood.
Mostly, when I've unsubscribed from YouTube channels, it were channels that did like something bad. Like genuinely, I'm like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
like. If someone saw, I would be embarrassed now if someone saw I was subscribed to them.
Marcelo said that Chris Hemsworth plays that like crazy. What's his name?
Dementis,
Joe?
yeah.
Demented
No,
Joe or whatever.
No,
Dement-
Dementis.
What's
Dementis.
He
oh,
plays a
not
new
the guy.
character, I believe. He's a new character.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a new character.
No. Morton Joe is from.
And Morton
Fury
Joe is
Road.
in Fury
And
Road.
Morton
Is
Joe,
that
thank
that
you.
who Chris Hemsworth plays?
No, Chris Hemsworth plays Dementis. the
So
new
Dementis
character.
is the new character.
Yeah, that guy.
This guy.
him.
Yeah,
That guy.
Oh, so he's not the same guy who the Succession guy at the end. Like that's not Brian
No.
Dennehy. Is that his name?
No,
Interesting.
it's not. that
PE says, if civilization collapses, would you become a war boy? No, but I
No.
would probably take advantage of them for warmth on a cold night.
guy. Oof.
Maybe. I'd be like,
kind
I
of-
have silver spray can. I have silver. I have a,
But you,
I have a lot of VCR cleaner.
I have a lot of VCR cleaner.
Wait,
Yeah.
Does anybody other than Sohel know what that means?
Probably not.
No, but also wait, who? in
Room
Fury Road was in
deodorizer.
Succession?
I have a lot of room deodorizers. Sorry, go ahead, Rachel.
Who in Fury Road was in Succession? Or did he
Isn't
yell
that-
Succession and in my brain just thought you were talking
Isn't
about
it?
the TV show?
Hold on, let me find the Fury Road guy. Hold on. What's his name? Demented what?
Dementis.
Dementis. Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
find
that's
Dementis.
no Chris Hemsworth.
no, that's
is
Chris
Dementis.
Hemsworth. The
No, who's the one in
the
Fury
Morton
Road?
Joe.
Morton Joe, right?
Morton Joe, yeah.
Yeah, and he's
I'm
played by the guy who played the bad guy in Mad Max, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not Brian Denny.
No, he's like he's some
You thought
Australian
that was
dude who's
Brian- Oh, you thought that was Brian Cox.
Brian Cox. That's what I
I
meant.
know.
I
It's not
thought
Brian.
that was not Brian
he's some
Cox.
Australian
So that's
dude
why I
who
got
works with
confused.
George Miller a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, and also,
I thought that
also,
was Brian.
Have you for years thought that was Brian Cox?
Yes, I have always thought that was Brian Cox.
oh my God.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
I mean, I could have looked at the credits. I could have.
Yeah. But
I
so,
could
okay,
have
that's
done-
why I was confused because there is no Succession guy. I was like, who is? What are you talking about?
What
Oh
are
my
you
gosh.
talking about? You guys are crazy. No.
Oh, so PE says it is a different actor playing M. Morton Joe in this new one because the other guy died after Fury Road came out, just within the last few years after Fury
you
Road.
sure? He
So
sounds just
PE
like him.
says. Well,
That's who
Oh.
I thought Brian Cox was.
Oh wow.
I mean, maybe it is now.
If only there was some kind of internet.
Yeah.
Internet, we
I-
can find
database.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm looking at two
Some-
different I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for
Some
Morning
sort
Joe,
of
and there's two
housing of
different actors
information
listed.
on the internet.
Yeah, there's two different actors listed, neither of which are Brian Cox.
Okay.
Well,
Here's
Perhaps,
another
perhaps a
question.
database of movie information
Yeah, right.
housed on
Right.
the internet somewhere.
You know what? I'm
PE
gonna
says,
say
I like how the Star Wars franchise has the courtesy to wait until Disco is all done with their final season before they start up with the first season of Acolyte. I agree. I think that's a good thing for
I
Star
am
Wars.
glad for
Yeah.
my
Mad Max
sanity.
Furiosa.
So Marcelo, is it worth
Yeah.
going to the theater to see this movie if you
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
the previous
Oh hell
film?
yes.
And
Oh yeah.
PE, would you agree? Let us know. Because
I mean,
I don't have
you
any
know,
more questions.
I mean, the one thing, the one thing I forgot to say, the visuals and the way that this movie is directed, like George Miller is like 79 years old, but he directs the movie with such vigor and such forward momentum. Like this guy has so much energy. He directs the film like a kid. It's just really cool. Like he's like a kid playing with his cars in a sandbox.
well, he made that Penguin movie, Happy Feet, right? So
I
he
told you.
He's
I
got
was
that childish
so struck
streak
by
in him.
that. Yeah, and he made Babe.
Yeah, and he had a script for a Justice League movie
He-
from like 2007 or 8 that
It was
that
like
was
it was
floated.
it was like a couple weeks away from production, right? Before it got
They
shut
they
down.
had like actors like in like doing like costume. They had like Army Hammer doing like costume testing in like a
yeah, for
Batman suit.
Batman.
Whoops.
Yeah. Whoop.
I mean, maybe
Well, that was before
better-
people knew he was a cannibal.
A wannabe
Maybe-
cannibal. He never got the chance, right?
No, I don't
I
know. He had.
hope not.
I don't know. I don't know.
Listen,
It's so bizarre. I had such a big crush on Army Hammer, and it was so hard to let go of
Fury Road.
that idea.
Okay, let
But
me
then
just
once
look
I
at-
did, it was easy to let go. I guess.
I used to confuse him with Jamie Dornan, which makes no sense. But then I was like, when all that went down, I was like, oh no, I can never watch Barb and Star again. It's just such a fucking hilarious
right.
movie. But then I was like, oh wait, no, it's not. And that's
I
You know what?
that's so funny because they don't particularly look like each other, and they're not the same
They do not.
nationality.
No, it makes no sense at all. This is like when as a kid, I got Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock confused.
You know,
Oh.
at least
White
they-
ladies with
they-
long brown hair. Like,
they kind
Mad
of
Max.
similar vibes. I'll give you
but
that.
see, as a gay man, I find my own distasteful opinion of as a child
Mad
offensive.
Max Echo.
That's
Our
fair.
text message
I'm
audience
trying to think
commented on the Army Hammer
Mm.
thing. They said, "Pretty tough to digest."
I
Well said.
God, I
Well
Pretty
said,
good
text
actors I've
message.
got
audience.
I wouldn't know.
the, I
Indeed,
can
neither
think
would
of
I.
3 pairs of actors I've gotten confused. One was which I realized I was getting a pair of identical twins confused, and I just didn't realize they were two different actors. One of which is the guy who's like Bobby in the X-Men films.
Oh yeah,
It-
yeah.
it-
Oh, I
they
didn't
were
even
both
know
on
he was a twin.
Smallville. They were both on Smallville as
yeah,
two
I
different
think
characters.
that's when I put it together that there were 2 of them. 'Cause
Yeah.
I saw a scene of them together at Smallville and went, what?
Can we get George Miller to do the next Star Trek movie instead of the
Um,
Andrew guy?
Oh, for
You
some
don't want
reason I
Toby
thought-
Haynes to
I was
direct
thinking-
the Star Trek movie? Is that why you're against it? You don't trust Toby Haynes?
I don't trust like another prequel, another origin story. We've already got First Contact. I don't know. I'm a little like,
I
maybe
think
I'm not.
Will was
I'm a
talking
little-
about
Oh,
it
you
on
got
the
me a
side
little
left.
excited on
Father
your
was just
stream.
making fun of this, but I think Father is the person. I'm probably the person Father has heard say, like, I will believe there's a new Star Trek movie when I'm sitting in a movie theater.
This is
Yeah,
the one.
it's-
This is the one that's most likely to happen out of everything they've
Yeah.
talked.
I do
Everything
think
from
that he might be right.
from way back, like
I
when
agree
Star
with you,
Trek Beyond
Father.
came out, and then they were like, "Oh, we're about to do one with Chris Hemsworth next." Like from that point until now,
Remember
this
when
one
they-
is by far the most one likely to
Remember when They
happen.
were so proud they were going
Yes.
to have a female director.
Yes, and she would have been
I
great.
wish they would go
She
back
would've
to
been really
that.
cool,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that. What was the concept
Oh.
for that? Like,
That
Oof.
might have been the Chris Hemsworth one. That they
Yeah, that was the one,
never
and it was
been
too
able to
expensive. That poor woman
there-
also
there have been
directed.
There have been 6 versions of the same movie,
Yeah.
and now we have another new possibility, but it's all reboot. Which
I'll be right.
whatever.
I'll be right back. But Rachel, you're making it show. You're the in charge.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't think I have
Also-
control over anything like here
Mhm.
with comments or anything, but
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I do want to mention just one more quick word about my experience watching Furiosa before the movie. And it was a large group of like people. There were like 20 people in there. And they played the trailer for Wicked, and I shit you not, guys. I flipped out. I was like in the middle of the theater. I started
See, Stan,
hopping
this-
up and down like a
We can talk about
like
Wicked
a-
here, and it's less weird.
Yes.
like a nut.
it
Uh,
looks amazing. I
looks
cannot
so
wait.
good.
It looks
Wait, did everyone see the blooper from 2 nights ago from the Wicked Broadway where Glinda's bubble
Yes.
fucked up?
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
through
did not.
curtain call,
Uh,
she's just like waving.
So
They couldn't get her
You
down.
saw it on tour, so you'll know. At the end of the show, Glinda's back in her bubble, and then she goes back, and they do dows. It got stuck, and so she was stuck up there through an entire of the final curtain call,
The curtain call. Yeah.
just waving.
Isn't that like at the very beginning when she's in the bubble though?
They
That's at
because
the
the
end, right?
beginning is a flashback, and they tell the whole story, and then they go back. So they're back to the beginning.
So it's in when it flashes forward back
Yeah,
to that is
back
when
to that is
back
when-
into the framing device.
Yeah.
The
She
second
didn't-
time you see it
she
is when
didn't
she
get
got stuck.
She didn't get stuck throughout the entire show because I
Okay.
think they would have.
Yeah, that's
just
what I was
stopped the
trying to
show.
ask.
Like, I think they would have just stopped the show and got her down, whereas it was literally the last scene of the show, so they were like, we might as well just do final curtain calls to get the
Yeah.
audience out of here.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
go through the whole thing, and she's just stuck.
My favorite is right before they leave, you can see the actor playing Dr. Dillerman just go up and just go, bye! and leave.
Bye.
And
No,
here,
but
someone
no,
comes out
yeah.
and is like,
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like,
but the foot.
But he's just like, hey, what you doing? Like, how you doing up there?
No, but the funniest thing was after I stopped jumping and hopping around like a little insane person, somebody in the back of theater goes, "Someone's excited for Wicked." I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah!" And my dad was like, and my grandfather was like, "I'm never going to the movie with you again."
To be fair, though, perhaps Wicked used to be one of the movies I had on my I'll Believe It When I See It, and I'm actually at the I
yeah,
Believe
Well,
It.
here you see it. That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks. I just saw the play for the first time like 2 months ago. That it looks
Oh, really?
just like
Actually-
it looks like a high budget like Hollywood version of that.
Yeah.
The moment I switched on my feelings on Wicked is when they announced Ariana Grande, and I went, "Oh, they put like a big star. It's actually going to get made."
yeah.
Like,
Well, I was a little nervous because I was like, yeah, she'll be good at it, but I was worried that they were going to pop.
Is that Jeff
heavy.
Goldblum?
Yep.
yes, he's
Yeah,
playing the
who is
wizard.
The wizard.
Oh wow, that is great casting.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
They
he's
have
gonna be
an incredible
fantastic as the
cast.
wizard.
I
Yeah. Michelle
also,
Yeoh's in there. Right?
Also, Jonathan
Michelle
Bailey. A lot
Yeoh.
of shit there.
Yes, goddamn. Oh god, I cannot wait to hear his rendition of "Dancing Through Life."
Oh my god, I'm
Ugh.
so excited.
Is that the little Munchkin guy?
No,
One of 'em,
that's,
but-
the love interest character, Fiero.
Oh, yeah, Justin Bailey is, but
That's,
you
and
you
then
were
that-
just on Bowen Yang. He's one of them.
Bowen Yang is, I don't know, he's playing a character that is like one of Glinda's friends. His character is like a new name. It's not
Yeah.
a musical.
It's
Okay.
more, and I think because they're splitting this into 2 movies, they're going to be adding more in from
See,
the
that's
book.
I don't want padding. I don't want to.
Also-
Don't pad it
also-
out.
You know what I actually think it's gonna be, instead of like just having a chorus of Glinda's friends, those two are just gonna be, we're gonna focus on 2 of Glinda's friends. Because
Yeah.
that works better for a movie than like a music. You're just more used to a chorus and like on stage.
Also, but
Ethan
one of my-
Slater, standing right behind Nessa Rose, is playing Bach.
Okay. One of
and
my
which has the controversy of the
Yeah.
Wicked. But
Yeah, one of the
old
problems
SpongeBob.
that I can't figure out though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're not letting the audience know that this is part 1 because all the trailers say Wicked, and I'm like, guys, you do know
That's-
that the movie's being explained
Because
in
it
HD,
tests
right?
better not to. It tests
Yeah.
better
Do
if you
that.
don't say
Probably.
part one.
Okay.
Right.
Because I stand by, I don't think they're hiding it's a musical. I think Wicked is popular enough that they're not.
The songs
but
were
they-
there.
The songs
No, but
are
I'm not-
there. They
no,
are
but I'm not
hiding that
saying-
it's a two-part movie.
Oh yeah,
That was
no,
100%
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't understand why they were doing that, but you guys put it in perspective.
Yeah, I mean that's the point of Wicked.
But I bet when people go see it, I bet if it has like a title card at the beginning, I bet it says Wicked Part 1. Like Dune did that.
Yeah.
Like, surprise, motherfucker.
But I mean, honestly, anybody who thought that was a surprise, like, how can you go to Dune and think, yeah, they'll do this in one?
No,
no,
they're not gonna.
that's fair. I like. Well, be fair. I think
Yeah.
not.
Unless you thought you were getting into a 5-hour movie.
I feel like these days people don't go to movies unless like they already know about. I feel like in the old days people used to
Yeah.
be like, "What do you want to do tonight? Go to a movie? Okay, let's plan. I don't know. Let's just see what's playing when we get there.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell's that
Movie
movie? Let's see
phone.
that."
I
look
think
in the
it's
newspaper.
more likely
Yeah.
that people ran into that watching it on HBO as opposed to going to the theater to see Dune, where they first threw it on and we're like, "What the like? What do you mean it's part one?"
No, when
I
went to go see
love that
Dune-
the reaction to Dune, the original David Lynch one, would be, "What the?"
What the? Yeah. No, when I went to go see Dune, when I was sitting in the movie theater, there were a lot of people that after that main title came up and it said Dune Part 1, there were a lot of people that said, "Wait a minute, what? There's gonna be another part?" And I was like, don't you people like know Dune is a big book, so they can't make one movie out of it?
To be fair, I think we're all sci-fi nerds. I don't think
We are.
the average like person might not be as aware of how fucking
Right.
large Dune is.
That is true. Yeah, but I
Didn't
Yeah,
the
no, but
new
I'm
didn't the new one kill it at the box office? I think a lot more people now probably
Mhm.
know.
And then also, this is true. My dad was visiting my cousin, and they went and saw Dune Part 2 together, and he did not realize there was a Dune Part 1. When my cousin asked him if he'd seen the original Dune, he thought he meant the 80s.
oh David Lynch.
That's funny that people would think that Dune Part 2 was the sequel to the David Lynch film.
Oh
That's
my God.
amazing. Like,
And then he was
whoa,
like, "You
this-
know there was a Part 1?"
Oh,
And I
we've
was
been
like,
waiting
"Yes,
decades
Dad."
for this.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan came back for it.
wow, they
I
DH'd
just
Kyle
love-
MacLachlan a
I
lot.
love
Like,
the
what-
idea that that Timothy Chalamet and Kyle MacLachlan are playing the same character in the same timeline.
There could be two Paul Atreides.
there can be
Yeah.
two politics.
I know 3 dudes named Juan Garza, so I don't see why there can't be 2 different Paul
I mean,
Atreides.
There's-
I only know one Sohail. That's a lie, but, but
I know. I know.
I mean, there's
I know.
many people named Rachel Bloom, including someone more famous than me. So
Yeah, perfect example.
yeah.
Yeah.
Marcelo, were you about to say
I-
that you know another Sohail?
No, but I know like 2 or 3 people with the same name, and every time I talk to them, I gotta like I
Ruben.
gotta give them code names.
Codename?
This is. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
I've
'cause
told
I-
some of the people.
Because
Oh.
they both have the same name, right? So every time I talk to them, to not get them confused, I say, okay, you're this one, you're this person number 1, and you're this person number 2. It's a funny, stupid thing I do.
The Wicked Witch of the West is here, everyone.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've dressed up in the movie before. No, I once in college.
I just thought it was funny that we had Wicked.
I'm gonna go hide Amos. I'm gonna go hide Amos. Before he gets
once
snapped.
in college.
Well, I think we're
sitting-
talking about
Oh, your little dog too.
Wait.
Where
Yeah.
are you, Ruben?
I'll
Are you on
get
a
you, my
cruise?
pretty little dog too. That's the only impression I can
I'm in
type
my
it.
backyard.
That's your backyard? Why does it look
Yeah.
like a cruise ship? Oh, I see it
Looks
now.
like-
I see.
it looks like a beach.
Because I live on a cruise ship.
It
Meanwhile,
looks like a beach.
at
That's awesome.
Ruben's backyard.
Yeah.
I've been there and I didn't recognize
It looks
it.
like it looks like he's at a
It looks so
it looks
fancy.
like he's on a it looks like he's on a resort or something.
Is tonight a full moon?
I think
can see
last
the
night. Last night was, I
Oh.
believe. My electricity went out last night, and like I went outside and it's like, hey, it ain't that dark because there's a full moon. It's kind of convenient.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep.
Mooney.
Well, I'll be back again. Make it show and behave.
Yeah.
Speaking of people with the same name, once in college, I sat on a bench with two other random girls. We were waiting for a professor to show up, and we're talking to some guy, and he asked us what our name was, and all three of us said Rachel, and turned and looked at each other, and it turned out I had somehow sit on a bench with two other Rachels and hadn't realized it.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's good.
There were a lot of girls born in the 80s named Ashley and Amanda. Like those are like super common names. Like so many people like that were like my age or like that I went to school with or that I dated were named Ashley or
There's
Amanda.
A lot of Rachels, like right my age or like a little younger than me, because I think they're like I think Friends had a revival of the name.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily.
There was a lot of Rachels in the 90s for
Yeah.
sure.
But not necessarily people like I wasn't named after the character, but I think it had like a resurgence. Next, I mean, my mom, if like my brother was born in '88, would have been a girl. He also would have been named Rachel. So my mom was ahead of the trend, I guess.
Yeah, I know another Steven. But this other Steven is the boyfriend of my boyfriend over my cousins. So
I also
Steven.
know another Steven, but I always call you Father A, so I forget
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're never. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stanley's the only Stanley I know. I know.
I remember.
a lot of Stevens. You're the
You-
only Marcello I know too. But
Cool.
otherwise, Rachel's and Rubens. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I remember
Okay,
the
there's
first
only
time I
three
was,
Rubens, but that's fine.
I remember the first time when I was on a stream and I actually figured out that Father E's real name was Steven. I paused for a second, like, who the hell is Steven? And then Father was on the stream and he goes, I'm Steven. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
I'm
The
not
funniest
gonna
thing
call you a
ever, 'cause
liar.
it-
I guess that happened.
Yeah, cause I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it's alright. Oh,
Oh, there's Aaron at Starfleet
Aaron.
Academy.
In fact, I'm now remembering I once.
I'm here at Starfleet Academy getting ready for the May 25th Star Trek Lower Decks Streamathon. What is that? It's a global day of streaming Lower Decks to celebrate the show, the cast and crew, and lend our support for more adventures of the USS Cerritos. And we'll be having our own live discussion at 2 p.m. We'll be talking about what we love about Lower Decks, what we want to
That's
see in
cool,
Season
cool.
5, and beyond. We also want to hear from you. Post your pictures of cosplay, watch parties, anything Lower Decks, and mark it with the hashtags All Hands on Decks, plural, and Save Star Trek Lower Decks. For more information and our Cosmic Koala cocktail recipe, go to SaveStarTrekLowerDecks.com. Try saying Cosmic Koala cocktail 5 times fast. So join us May 25th, and let's make sure that history never forgets
Hey.
the name.
Can't you see that's a flower bed?
I gotta go.
What happened to your hair?
So what happened to your hair? It gets me every time.
that's really. That's
That was a good promo.
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's
I'm-
what we're
You
all
did a
doing
good job with
tomorrow.
that.
Yeah.
You know, it takes roughly 20 hours, like from 8 a.m. to midnight, to watch all of Star Trek Lower Decks.
So we're able to press play at 8.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it.
Well, except you're gonna pause at 11 a.m. to watch Star Trek. To talk Star Trek Discovery.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. We're having a thing tomorrow. I can't watch it all day.
I think I probably will do a thing where I like have it playing on my TV while I'm cleaning my house tomorrow, and like just have it on in the background to watch as much of it as possible.
That's cool.
What are your favorite episodes of, like, off
Ooh.
the top of your head? What's your favorite episode of
okay.
Lower Decks? Start with Marcelo. Go ahead.
I absolutely adore Crisis Point when Mariner decides to work out her personal issues in the holodeck, and she makes this whole holodeck simulation of her invading the ship as Vindicta. So I keep thinking Rutherford going Vindicta. I just cracks me up every time. And the other episode that I love a lot is the First Contact episode. I think it's in season, I want to say 3. when
Oh,
they
the
when-
park. You're talking about the theme
Yeah,
park.
yeah. yeah. When they
Oh, yeah.
when they go to the theme
Yeah, the
park and
postman.
they steal the
The Phoenix.
the Phoenix ride to get back to the ship.
What about you, Father? What's your favorite?
I have a lot, but just some of
Like
the things
pick-
that really stand out to me. Going back to Deep Space Nine in season
so good.
3. That was season 3, episode 6, right? Hear All, Trust Nothing. Also anything like expanding the Orion culture with the Tendi stuff. So Something Borrowed, Something Green. From season 4, and going to Ferenginar and Parth Ferengi's Heart Place.
Oh, that's a good one
That would
too.
be like if God was stupid.
What about your Stanley?
They've actually been taken already. I was gonna say
Oh.
Grounded and Hear All, Trust Nothing. I get all the feels with the first Contact theme playing it during Grounded when they first overlook the theme park. But I also love the Deep Space Nine episode, and also just selfish, shameless plug. That's where the salon name
Salon
comes
come from.
from that episode because
Definitely
Jennifer, her
a soft
yeah.
place,
thing is
like a
set
soft,
off.
Yeah,
a
that was
soft
that
spot for that
episode.
episode.
I'll
Yeah.
say Wedge Douche is my favorite for now.
I think all
That's
three of the once I have thought of him now, but still.
That was the one you were thinking about.
Yeah, also,
Ruben, have you watched Lower Decks?
Is he muted?
He's muted, but he's
Sorry,
probably
the
what was,
first
sorry,
episode,
what was,
I
I was
think.
listening to one of those techno songs made with no instruments. You know, it's like a sewing machine, and it's pretty cool. And scissors.
So Hell wanted to know if you have
you
watched
even watched
Star Trek
Lower
Lower Decks.
I saw the first episode.
Did you like it?
I saw the first episode. It was okay.
Okay.
I didn't
Bye.
watch any other episodes, so I mean,
Next, Rachel.
I was gonna my two like the ones I was gonna bring up were either Wage Douche or Hear All, Trust Nothing. I want to talk a little bit Wage Douche. I loved T'Lyn, and obviously now we have a lot more of T'Lyn.
I know.
Um,
T'Lyn for the win.
But I just
To Lynn for the
loved
win.
going to all the different ships and seeing their versions of the lower deckers was just so fun to me. Shout out that Mark Evan Jackson is one of the Vulcans, and I love him. So
Very nice.
it's a great
Yeah.
episode. But also, going to Deep Space Nine made me cry because I'm easy to make cry. Put the Deep Space Nine theme on, and I'm there.
That theme doesn't get enough love. Everybody loves Voyager because it's a little more upbeat. I think the Deep Space Nine theme it's more pensive.
There
Yeah,
is
DS9 had the
style-
best theme. Voyager had the best visual opening sequence.
I'll take that. Yeah. There's
Well,
a
I thi-
violin cover of the Deep Space Nine theme on Spotify that is legitimately the most relaxing song I've ever heard in my life. And so
I think
just
Voyager's theme
listen
is-
to that.
I think Voyager's theme is the best one of all the Star Trek themes.
And it was
still
Jerry
today.
Goldsmith.
So good for you.
Yeah,
It was Jerry
Yeah.
Goldsmith. DS9 was Dennis Smith Garthy.
And I would the pros I love both of them because they both fit their shows perfectly. Like
Y'all know
Also-
about my I've been posting a lot about it, but I'm showing my partner all of Star Trek: The Next Generation right now,
Yeah.
and she's really digging the Ron Jones scores, and we're in season 2 currently.
They're the most dynamic.
Awesome.
Dennis McCarthy really takes off in the movie, his only movie Generations. But I think Ron Jones was superb.
Yeah,
But-
Ron Jones is superior in my opinion.
I would also like to just throw one more episode. I just lose my mind every time this happens. We'll always have Tom Paris when Boimler gets stuck in the turbo vent and he falls through the floor and he goes onto the bridge and he has a freak out moment. He goes, "Tom Paris, I'm your biggest fan," and then Tom Paris just whips his ass all over the bridge. I love it.
I
Oh my
should
God.
get my Tom Paris plate out for tomorrow's stream.
So
Oh
how
my
did-
God.
So now Nielsen doesn't do like viewers anymore. They do minutes watched or whatever.
I
like
guess, I
so,
don't know.
that's how it was for the new Nielsen thing that came out
Yeah,
that said
well, 'cause
Discovery.
the way like traditional Nielsen ratings were done doesn't work for streaming at all. So
I remember someone I knew had the book. Like you had to log all your shows, and
the
then
book or like
like
the weird box thing that they were
that
still doing
that came
for
later, I think.
years
Yeah,
into the streaming like years.
I like the idea of the book because you can influence someone and be like, just write Star Trek, just do it, write Star Trek. What's it to you? Like just
This is why they stopped doing the book so well.
Just
That's
to-
exactly why. He was like, well, now we can actually track it.
Yeah. But I did, because I actually, like, studied, because I was a mass communication degree, and part of it, we studied, like, how Nielsen ratings work. But we were definitely at the point where we would learn how Nielsen ratings work, and we're like, that does not work for the current TV landscape at all.
so with this minutes thing, if we all watch Lower Decks for 20, like so many of us are watching Lower Decks for 20 hours, will it then like influence the Nielsen thing, and then maybe Hulu or whatever will be like, oh
I-
yeah, like we'll take that show.
Anything's possible.
I don't know. Nielsen ratings are specifically for new TV usually, so I don't know how it would work.
Oh, for like
you know
Lower
what?
Decks.
Like,
You know
I don't like when when Friends went on Netflix, did that like influence something?
Oh yeah, and
Was
isn't
that-
Voyager like immensely popular on when it was on Netflix? Like it got this huge bump in views or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I think that was because so many people wanted to know how did they get back home, and they just went and watched the last episode, like Sohel.
I did do that. But
No, no, you did. Wait a minute. Wait. Well, hold up.
I also only watched.
Wait a minute.
So I also only watched the last Enterprise episode, and I
Hold
thought
up.
it was great until I watched the
Hold
whole
up.
series, and then I was like,
Hold up.
"Oh, I understand why it's
Hold-
bad."
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. You still have not watched all of Voyager. You skipped to the very last episode. How dare you?
No, I watched the very last episode
Expectations so-
years ago.
All of Voyager.
Okay. All right. All
Now
right. You gotta
Right back
you
to the
gotta
last
watch all of
I,
Voyager.
Do that for Rachel's reaction. I like Voyager. I just give it shit.
I'm gonna show Taylor
I-
every episode of Star Trek by the end of the year, and Sohel still won't have finished Voyager.
Are you all doing production order?
We're doing release order. On TOS we did production order because I wanted her to get to see like how Leonard Nimoy's acting evolved in season 1.
Mm.
But she's like such a big nerd for like the behind the scenes shit. Like she's like really into like production design and like the sets and the wardrobe, and it's a lot of fun. Like we were like I got Larry Nemechek's book, the guide to the TNG, so we're going through that. We went through Aaron's book on the animated series. We did TOS animated series, and then we did first 4 movies, and now we're in season 2 of TNG.
Cool.
Voyager and
you
DS9 both had like tough times because they were on that other network, the UPN or whatever, right?
Well,
DS9 was direct to syndication. Voyager
Oh.
was UPN. Where it actually got more money. Voyager had a bigger budget, much bigger budget than DS9 because UPN funneled money into it. But yeah, they also had to conform to network guidelines, which arguably ruined Enterprise and withheld Enterprise from being the show it could have been.
Voyager had the most expensive pilot at the time.
Really?
I-
Yeah, because it
Also,
launched UPN.
Oh yeah.
Was Voyager the first ship that was like more that was CGI and not a model?
No, they had a physical model
They had a
for it, but
physical model.
the NX-01 Enterprise was the first to be fully CGI
Okay.
in 2001.
But also I think part of the reason, actually, as someone who adores Deep Space Nine, I don't think first run syndication works great for a show that serialized.
That was the problem.
Yeah, which it makes sense to me that Deep Space Nine took off more in streaming when you could make sure you don't accidentally skip an episode where they explain what's happening during the Dominion War.
That was part of what made Star Trek so successful in the 1970s when it became the huge syndication juggernaut when, a lot of kids were watching Star Trek after school because you could just pick up an episode whenever. You watch a mock time, it doesn't matter if you've seen Mirror Mirror or Where No Man Has Gone Before. It was all kind of interchangeable.
I think a lot of people here know I originally got into TNG, but I caught like reruns on Spike.
Yep.
But they played Deep Space Nine after it, but I usually lost control of the remote at that point. because my brothers got home from sports, and 2, it would just be like a random episode of Deep Space Nine, and I wouldn't know what was happening.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like,
We're
whereas TNG,
since we're on the Star Trek
you're,
subject though.
like, fine, for the most part. Holly Hunter.
Woo!
Holy Holly
so
effing
girl.
Hunter.
Yeah,
I'm excited
so-
about this. I know a lot of people are excited, but I was. I think that's really that man. Like, they got a lot of faith in this Academy show. I don't know if it's going to be good, but they sure are putting a lot of money and effort into it.
Yeah.
I started getting excited when Tawny Newsom was attacked. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Stan.
Well, Tawny Newsom,
Yeah.
but they've got to be far enough along that somebody like Holly Hunter, like, she's not going to sign on to be the lead of this show if she doesn't have enough to see.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a big commitment.
good.
And Paramount Plus does this. Like, they get like who all have, like, they have Zoe Saldana on a show, Harrison Ford on a show, Sylvester Stallone. Like, they can get like these big actors,
Yeah.
but it's cool to see them doing that with Star Trek, with Michelle Yeoh and Holly Hunter.
I can't wait for the inevitable like fan edits of this character with her line from The Incredibles. They're like, we're gonna leave it to the boys to save the day.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I
Yeah.
cannot wait for her voice. I keep saying this, but her voice saying Star Trekky things like,
Oh, it's gonna be
beam
great.
us up now. Engage.
But you know what? But do you guys think that she's gonna keep her natural voice, or she's gonna put on an accent?
I
hope
I
so.
have never heard her not keep her natural voice in a movie. I feel
I
like
think the only thing I think so in the piano. I don't think she has it. But
Oh, that's why
which
she
is-
got the Oscar then.
yeah, I during
They were like, she
text
can
thread
act. No, I'm
earlier.
just
Father read the like description they read, and I noticed they made it pointed to say something about her authenticity, which made me think that makes me feel like they're gonna have her keep her accent.
Right.
Yeah, they
Okay.
want her to have that voice, that like
Yeah.
that sincere,
drawl.
direct, blunt
The
voice.
drawl.
but-
Yeah,
Unless
the
it's Carol.
Georgia drawl. She's from Georgia, right? Probably.
Yeah,
Sounds
the-
right, but I mean, if
The
only we
Georgia
had the
drawl.
internet.
Only all of human knowledge were at our fingertips.
Yeah.
PE, to answer your question, that's the whole point.
She
of
is
Star
from
Trek
Georgia.
Abstract. We don't do
The
research. To answer your question,
Starfleet
I don't
Academy
think
show.
we have
She is
it's
from
next
Georgia?
year, right? That's all.
Yes,
we know.
they're about to start shooting very soon. They're going to start shooting late summer. So we're going to get a lot of casting news in the next few months, or maybe not a lot, but some. And Alex Kurtzman said that it probably won't be ready until very late next year, or maybe even 2026.
Oh wow.
It might not be until 2026,
Oh,
but
they haven't shot anything,
But
right? That
it's
makes
okay.
sense.
yeah, they haven't shot, but they're going to start shooting in. I mean, to me, when I hear late summer, that's like July or August, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, she is from Georgia, and apparently her mother goes by Dee Dee, which that makes sense for a
That's
Georgian
cool.
mother.
Have you guys ever
No,
heard
but
that
I-
Charlene song? I've been to Georgia and California and everywhere I could run. You know that song?
No.
Oh my
I've never
gosh,
heard of
it's like I'll send it to you in the. I don't know if I can play it. I got blocked by by Apple
No,
last
no,
time.
just
so it's like,
no,
Oh.
just text it to me. I'll listen to it later.
like it's a classic from like the 80s or the 70s. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
just text me the video or whatever.
God, I'm thinking of like all these Holly Hunter roles. Like she was amazing and
Well,
Big Sick.
Also-
Raising Arizona is the first one I remember seeing. her
Also,
in.
she did the amazing TV show called Saving Grace. I don't know if anybody have ever
Is that the
seen it.
one where she's like it's like a medium? Or, no, that's not the one.
No,
that's
no,
not her.
she's a cop. She's a
I feel
cop.
like you're
Oh.
thinking of the show Medium.
yeah,
No, no.
wrong,
No,
wrong
Jennifer,
person.
I think you're thinking
yeah,
of Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay.
It's a show called Saving Grace, and Holly Hunter
But
plays
does
a
it have
cop.
like supernatural stuff in Saving Grace?
Hold up, I'm gonna get to
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Stop it.
Sorry.
No,
Hey,
no,
what's
yeah, it's a show called Saving Grace, and she plays a cop in Oklahoma, and she gets visited by an angel, and the angel says, If you don't
I knew
change your
it.
ways, if you don't stop drinking, if you don't stop whoring around, God is gonna come and get you, and you're gonna leave this earth
He
much
slut
sooner
shamed
than
her.
you.
Slut shaming.
Yeah,
Jesus
basically,
Christ.
basically, thank you. That's the show. And
That's Holly
you know,
Hunter.
yeah,
Like, how long ago was this show?
a while ago.
Wow.
It was on.
No, she looks great in that picture.
It's too
I mean,
It
she
was
fast.
on,
still looks great, but she looks a little older now. So I was wondering
yeah,
how old this show is.
it was.
According to
07 to 2010.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. No, but it's a really really good show.
Have you reviewed it yet on your podcast?
No.
I'll watch it when you do, and we'll review it together.
Oh,
I'm curious.
that is so that is so pointed. I'm
But
gonna
I-
do more for you.
But I have to finish Star Trek Voyager first.
Yes, okay. Let's make this deal. I refuse to do anything for you until you until you do the end of Star Trek Voyager. Deal? Yes.
It's deal. All right, Marcelo, you lead the discussion for Dune Prophecy. I gotta go back and
Yeah.
feed my cat. I'll be right back. And that's not a
yeah.
euphemism.
Okay. I am really excited for the show because I've been excited for it ever since I heard that HBO was developing it. Now, I had heard that they were having a lot of trouble in the writers' room. Like the original writer that they hired to run the show, after a couple weeks of production, she got fired, and then they brought in another individual, another talented writer by the name of Sarah Schechter. She's worked with JG a lot, and she's worked with some other big streamers as well. So apparently she took over for the individual that didn't mesh with the network and sort of rewrote the pilot and has now taken over the show. But with that being said, after seeing the initial trailer for it, I'm really excited for it. Did anybody see it, or does anybody have any thoughts?
haven't seen the trailer.
I saw the trailer and just coming at it from like someone who's a pretty big fan of like the Dune novels. If I understand correctly, this is going to be set at like so many thousands of years before the time
Right.
period of like the Dune movie. Like this is going to be like
Right.
10,000 years before that. I think it's going to be borrowing elements from some of the prequel novels written by Kevin J. Anderson and Frank Herbert's son Brian Herbert, which I haven't read. I've read some of their prequel novels, but they've written like so many.
Right.
I fell behind. But I
Haven't
think
they?
there's like a School of the Bene Gesserit book at one point, and I think they're taking some stuff from that, but it'll also be inventing some of its own stuff. And it seems to like recreate, just judging by the trailer, kind of like the atmosphere and the big budget feel and tone, and but also kind of general audience approachability that I think Denis Villeneuve's Dune movies have. But that's all I got. I'll shut up now.
Right. No, but the one thing that I was most intrigued by in the trailer is that there's this one sister from the Bene Gesserit that sort of questions the morality of what they're doing, because one sister suggests that for the Bene Gesserit to get more power within the Imperium, that one of them should marry one of the should marry into one of the main houses so they can get more power within the Imperium. And the sister suggests that they shouldn't do this, that there's something morally wrong with having that much power. And I find it so interesting that one sister of this order is sort of against what they do. Because in the movie, the sisterhood play a large role. They do. But there's not much, but you don't really learn a lot about how they do their things until Dune Part 2, with the whole thing of, choosing a candidate that they can control later on. So I'm just really fascinated with watching how they do their thing. So I hope, is anybody excited for that except me? Probably just me.
I still need to see the trailer. I somehow didn't know about the show.
And I don't support women, so
Tisk tisk. No,
I'm just
no,
saying
but
that
you know, I,
Jezreel
yeah, I
had
know,
a word, for
yeah,
sure.
I know. No,
Did-
but
No,
I
Stan, I thought that was a completely serious thing.
no, no, come on, we all know that Stan here supports women. We all know that.
But didn't Jessica
Um,
already? Isn't that like Jessica's story? Aren't they just taking like what Lady Jessica does?
They do that a lot. The Bene Gesserit go out of their way
lie. They lie.
to lock up the bloodlines that
The
they want to
house is right.
secure.
Yeah. No, but also,
But Jessica like defies the order, right? Like
yeah, she
this
did.
rebel,
Yeah,
this
she
rebel sister's kind of
Yeah.
like
Because Dune is a story of like the best laid plans, these complicated plans not working out and just
Going to
collapsing on
crap.
themselves, and
Going to
and we
crap.
see how that worked out for Jessica, but how the Bene Gesserit, how things worked out for the Bene Gesserit, and then how things worked out for Jessica. So
what about
Yeah.
there's the logo for it. So wait, how old is the Imperium? Because you're saying this is a 10,000 years before Dune
yeah.
prequel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so the
10,000
Imperium
years.
was like 20,000. Like the Butlerian
Oh, okay.
Jihad was 20,000 years before the first book, Dune. And this will be like the halfway point between that and this
Halfway
is
point.
10,000 years, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I might be misremembering.
I would
Yeah.
rather they remade the Dune. Well, I guess it would interfere with the movies then. Never mind.
Yeah. Also,
But I would rather they remade the miniseries.
Remake the mini.
Also-
What do you mean remake the
Yeah,
mini
like
series?
What?
They
No.
Denis
Why?
Villeneuve just did. He
you did it.
I know, but I want to see it on TV every week. I want
Yeah.
to have
No. What are you
Oh, hell.
talking about?
Defend your nonsense takes.
No, that's awful.
Watch the two
What are you
movies.
it wasn't
talking
on
about?
that.
Just
That
watch
was
the
a-
two movies bit after bit over 10 weeks.
Yeah,
What the
so
hell are
you want
talking about?
you want someone to like to take the big budget Dune 2-part movies that we just got. That's like
And cut it.
5 hours of content. You want someone to like
But
do
children
that,
would
but
be-
on
they
like
could
a
just be-
streaming budget.
Give me
Oh my
give me the Care
God.
Bears version.
I would like
They
to
could
see
do,
other
like-
versions. Though I want to see more interpretation. I want to see like an anime version of Dune. I want to see like an entire like Arab production of Dune. I think that'd be
Oh.
interesting.
To be fair, although to what Sohail's saying, didn't Baz Luhrmann just remake Australia as a miniseries and just kind of
You
hope
mean
no
like
one
the-
would notice it was Australia?
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
Well,
didn't know
this would be open and honest. Everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, we're making Dune."
No, and it was
did.
hilarious because people were just getting ads for Far Away Down and being like, "I'm not losing my mind, right? This is Australia." Like,
I haven't seen this yet, but yeah,
I did not watch Far Away Downs because I'd seen the movie Australia and didn't need to. But I got
think I
ads
can-
for it and genuinely was like, "Wait, what?" Like,
I think I can show the Acolyte clip without getting banned, right? Have you seen
Yeah.
it, Father? The Acolyte clip?
I haven't. I'm not really I'm not really keeping up with the Acolyte, but let's check it out.
Will you watch this clip? Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna play the Acolyte. Hold on. All right. Here we go.
Leave me breathless. Sorry. Why do they get the song stuck in my head all the time? Ugh.
We'll go over here on the side. We'll do one of these. And here we go.
I get some knife throwing action. That's
I
kinda
like
cool.
the High Republic robes.
Yeah, shot like real like martial arts movies, you know, like a lot of like Asian cinema influence.
COVID conscious, wearing a mask.
This actually looks cool. Like I wasn't really interested in this, so this looks neat.
this does look cool.
You attack me without a weapon. Why?
Ooh. That was that speed, Jedi speed. Sorry. So now you're gonna watch it, Father. You kind of
I might watch it if Dave tells me he thinks I'll like it, but it would be hard. It would be hard for anything else to convince me.
You have a trusted source.
I trust him with.
You're not into
with
Star Wars,
movies.
or what's holding you back on
I,
that?
No, he is.
I like Star Wars, but I'm just like I don't really care about like the Old Republic or High Republic or any of like those other eras. It's
get
just
that.
I'm more I don't know. I don't know. I've just never had like an interest in that. Like I've read like a lot of like Star Wars books and comics and stuff, but this is something like I ignore when they get into those other time periods.
When was the High Ruben? You know the High Republic or no? Is that video game? Did they first
It's
appear in
new.
video
It's
games?
it's
Oh,
very
new.
it's new canon. This is all like Disney stuff. It's more recent than the Old Republic.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm really really excited for the Acolyte because I've been sort of lukewarm on the trailers because the first trailer that came out really ticked me off because I hated that
Oh.
shot of all the Jedi and the Force with different colored lightsabers. I was like, good God, what is the deal with all these different colored lightsabers? Can we just have one color? Like it like made me
I-
angry for some.
There's
I
like a
will
bunch of different
say-
color lightsabers in the prequels. No.
Yeah, well, I hate the prequel, so that.
Oh, I
so
didn't
that-
know.
But I will say, actually, well, especially
ahead,
when
Rachel.
there's a group of people, having people with different colored lightsabers makes it much easier
Makes
to
sense,
keep
right?
track of who is who.
Oh
when
yeah,
you're, like
that's right.
doing big shots
That's a good
away, and
idea.
you're like, oh, Samuel L. Jackson has the purple lightsaber. Cool, that's him. Like,
Oh yeah. That's a good point that I didn't consider. But the other thing that really makes me angry, well, sometimes about Star Wars under Disney, is that it all looks a little bit too clean. But with that being said, the most
Andor
recent trailers
didn't.
for the-
Mm.
yeah, Andor.
Because
Andor
Toby
was
Haynes
handsome.
knows what's up.
Yeah, Andor. Andor is the only exception. Andor was nice and dirty. I really appreciated that. But the most recent trailers of the Acolyte really look like they're going to do something different with this story of Star Wars. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to Darth Plagueis. I feel like they're gonna put Darth Plagueis in this somehow.
Yeah, and also like I would love like a series actually set in the Old Republic and have like a Star Wars show where the bad guys win. I would love that, but they're probably never going to do that. Yeah, I would love that.
Well, they won't win. Well, I don't know. I don't even know if
No,
we're gonna get the Sith. I don't even know if these are Sith. They might.
You know what
just
I
be-
saw? I saw like a TikTok that was like comparing Drake to it was one of the Kendrick diss
Yeah.
tracks.
Can you guys explain the
but it-
Kendrick Drake thing to me? I was after you talk about
But
this. Go ahead.
it was basically comparing it was saying that Darth Vader was Drake, but he was like saying like what a bitch, like you lied about your past, you lied about your accent, you lied about, and just like you ignored your kids, and you're just like a terrible, and like how pathetic it is that you have so many fans and you're actually like a really pathetic piece of shit that no one should ever stan you. And I love like saying that both about Drake and Darth Vader both.
That's legit. But what? So wait, Drake's accent is fake. Like he's not really Canadian. Or what is
It's not like my place to say. It's like I'm not a part of that community. But
I-
go listen. Just listen to Kendrick's diss tracks and.
no, it's not Canadian. We're all too white for this, like, to have opinions on what Kendrick was saying about.
I'm
Yeah.
a little less white than
You
all
are a
you
little less
Also,
white.
also, I would
But
I
you're the
would
one
just like to
asking the
point.
rest of us
Yeah,
who are too
yeah,
That's
I
white.
would-
true. I am asking
Yeah,
the
no,
rest of
actually,
you.
no. I would like to point out that I'm Spanish, so I'm not.
We're not.
white.
It's not
That's
that we're. It's not that we're all too white. It's that we're all not black enough.
I'll not
Yeah.
To have this
Fucking-
conversation.
Bro,
So as not members of that
But
community,
I
I
am-
ask
I am-
that we
I am
not
sorry.
go there.
To have an
Let's-
opinion.
You're too white.
Rachel and I take this one.
Yeah. 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 I don't know.
I like how Ruben is mid about to light his pipe. Like,
He's like frozen.
I thought he was
he's like so
frozen for a
engaged.
He's
second.
Like, what are they
buffering.
gonna say?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I just wanna
Ruben
take
is
that hit at the
buffering.
right moment. He's buffering. It's like, where's this conversation
He
going?
was-
Do I have to hit the?
We're about to
I'm
drop a
actually-
diss
I'm-
track
I'm-
right
I'm-
here.
I got hypnotized by what I was reading.
Oh, okay.
I thought MC
I thought
Ruben
we
was about to
told you.
like drop a fat beat.
All right, so I'll have to ask this question to someone who
I have
like,
you on
listens-
in the background, like talk radio, kind
I
of.
mean, I've listened to
Uh,
some of the
Okay.
songs, but
and you're on in the background too. You're in the background.
I
You are the
truly
Sorry, go ahead.
don't understand all of the beef. Is one of the things, and two of the
okay.
things. It's stuff
Um,
that I am not part of that community and don't feel that I would be the best voice to talk about this.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
also-
it's like the rap community more than anything. People who listen to their music, both of
Yeah.
or Drake's music
True,
specifically.
like parts of it
yeah.
are rap community, but parts of like the accent thing was specifically about like acting, like it was about like that part of it.
That part of
and
it.
Yeah. Also, I feel like I should just say, I have no idea what beef. Like, I don't. What do you?
My understanding is that like Kendrick
some-
Lamar has been telling people all along, but that Drake is not
Isn't
like
is
a
not
good
Canadian?
guy.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
no,
okay.
he's just not a good guy. Like he's not like what Father said about Darth Vader. I think that's kind of a good. That's kind of.
What-
A,
Well, also it's pedophiles. So there's that.
Yeah, well, I'll talk about that. It's weird that Drake gave his number to Millie Bobby Brown when she was a minor, and was like,
oh, that's
Oh.
weird.
That's not good.
like that's something I'll talk about. That's fucking weird.
That is weird.
And also, Kendrick Lamar is a fucking beautiful fucking musician who's like how can people like compare their fucking music and be like if like there's no fucking comparison there, like.
I only think of Drake as having one song because I've heard a few, but they all sound the same to me.
I mean, actually, like some of this
sound
beef
like that
shit is
phone
like
number-
Drake has done like the best stuff of his. Like I think like Push Ups
Oh
is probably like
my
the best Drake
God.
track ever. But I mean,
Wait
I
a
never
minute.
really thought much
I
of him.
think Father knows more than I do about this, actually.
Oh
Probably
my god! Wait.
Bobby,
Degrassi.
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like-
Talk of my life.
I feel like the worst thing, and I don't want to talk about it because I think it's a little too traumatic and it's probably too serious for this show. But like this whole thing about P Diddy and Justin Bieber kind of upsets me a lot because I feel
What?
for Justin Bieber.
Wait, what was
What?
Justin Bieber's connection?
What do you?
I don't know
What the
to
hell
P
is going on
Diddy,
with
I
Justin
think P
Bieber?
Diddy was giving his number to a youngin like in the '90s or whenever Justin Bieber. When did Justin Bieber start? In like the 2000s.
So that's
I
like the
guess.
accusation is that P Diddy.
The idea, I'm
Sean
sorry,
Puffy Combs?
The idea that you think Justin Bieber got famous in the 90s is very funny to me, because Justin
He did
Bieber is my
not.
age.
I know it's. Like, I knew I was wrong when I was saying it because I have no more
wrong.
concept of what the past is.
Justin
it's all, like,
Bieber-
just a blur.
As I recall, emerged around the same time that Miley Cyrus, like the same time that like Hannah Montana turned into Miley Cyrus. You also had
That's
Justin
right.
Bieber, and like the
So
Jonas
he was
Brothers
baby,
were like around
baby,
that
baby
era.
when Miley Cyrus was.
Yeah, that was like the aughts.
Around, yeah, Justin Bieber's a little later than that. I would
Okay,
say
a little
Justin
later.
Bieber's like,
He's 30, she is 32.
yeah, I for my childhood, I think of things happening of where I was living at the time,
Oh, that's a good one.
and so
Yeah.
because I moved so much. But
That
yeah,
makes
Justin
sense.
Bieber was like his popularity was like when I was in high school, and I could not fucking escape him. I also
My
I would
mom
like to point
loved
out, I was
Justin
in high
Bieber.
around that same time.
She had Bieber fever,
I
He had
was
Bieber
in high
fever.
school,
and
when the song
Puff Daddy
Friday
did
came
too.
out.
What?
And so people sang it every fucking Friday at that high school. But I think I basically
Sorry,
Justin
the
Bieber and
Bieber
I are
fever
very
thing. I forgot about that.
close in age. I don't because I think you remember when Justin Bieber was was saying he could take. I am not a believer.
I became a believer later, like when he did that album about the one that where it's like where he's like
Remember
singing
being
that
pissed
song
in a
where he's
bucket?
like My Mother Never Liked You and She Likes Everyone, that album. That was when I was like, oh,
that
this is
one,
kind of
that
nice.
song that's written by Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah, that one. Exactly.
Remember when he like pissed in a bucket and was just like recklessly driving drunk around Florida?
I do remember.
Yeah.
I do remember.
No, I've never really been a Justin Bieber.
You're not a believer.
No.
I don't know. We like I said, I think it's too serious for this show, but yeah, it was kind of crazy. By the way, my Uncle Arthur's here in the audience. Hello, everyone. Better late than never, or better
What's up, Art?
early.
Yeah.
It's either it's not
Hi.
necessarily late. It could be early also. In some places, but I think Uncle Arthur's on the East Coast.
Blue
Uncle Art.
Sparrow says Ruben is the true Dark Lord of the Sith.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you're back on the channel, Blue Sparrow. I'm in a good mood, but I thought I had banned you, but I guess
Oh,
this is the new channel.
Sorry,
I
I shouldn't
banned them
have read
from-
that.
I thought I banned them from Starfleet So Hail. Blue Sparrow, you have a second chance. I'm all about second chances, so you have
Yeah.
a second chance. And that is true, that Ruben might be the true Dark Lord of the Sith, so that was a good comment.
Not a theory. Jar Jar Binks being it is a theory.
Oh, yeah.
But they're doing that as a Lego movie, right? Is that true?
Is
Like
it?
Jar Jar
I
Binks
like
thing?
their Lego. They did a Lego Christmas movie not that long ago, and I thought that was kind of neat. It was like
game too. There's like all of the
The games are fun.
yeah. It was the prequels and the first three for sure.
they did the sequel one too. I watched Jesse Gender play some of that.
It's fun. I was gonna mention playing Lego games. I was like those, and then the other Lego games I played were Harry Potter, and my relationship with that is complicated now.
I remember they did the
Yeah.
Lego Indiana Jones games, but like they couldn't show Nazis and get like the rating that they wanted on the
Oh.
game, so they had to make them like Germans and like safari hats or like something like very different than Nazis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
because
weird.
we wouldn't want to showcase the Nazis in a bad light.
Yeah, like that's that's a good thing
I,
to
like, I
antagonize.
understand it in theory, but as a Jewish person, I'm like, no, show them as bad guys. I'm fine with that. Like,
So they
like-
finally showed the full trailer for Beetlejuice, which is
Oh,
what it's
we
called.
can watch that. It's Warner Brothers. We can watch it.
We could watch it, so let's put it on. But
Yeah.
does that mean now that it's Beetlejuice, it's called Beetlejuice is the first movie. This one's called Beetlejuice. Does that mean the third movie is happening? And it's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
called
Are they going to be
Beetlejuice,
alive long
Beetlejuice,
enough to make a
Beetlejuice?
third one? Like-
maybe they need to avoid. Maybe if they make a third one, then like Beetlejuice will just appear everywhere.
That would be
Beetlejuice,
kinda like a-
Beetlejuice.
It'd be like a very
Look at
Beetlejuice
that.
thing if to like resurrect Tim Burton and Michael Keaton in like 50
Oh my
years
God.
and do Beetlejuice.
Oh my god! You know what? Listen, but listen.
I was thinking
but
that
listen.
Community thing where they said Beetlejuice, like in each of the 3 seasons, like each of the first 3 seasons, and the third time they say it, it's just a guy dressed as Beetlejuice walks around in the background, and that's the end of the joke. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty good. I like that.
what were you gonna say, Stanley, about Beetlejuice?
I was not.
Oh, I thought you
No,
were...
I was gonna say something.
Oh, you were gonna... What were you gonna say?
If this is really successful, I bet you that Warner Bros. Is going to get going on Beetlejuice 3 in about maybe 2 years from now.
Although I will miss making the joke when someone says something about a Beetlejuice sequel,
But-
like Beetlejuice
but
goes
also-
Hawaiian, only for them to discover that's not something I made up.
But also, but also, but also I will say only if it does successful. If it doesn't do the numbers that they want, they're not going to do another.
Our text message audience wants to know if Lauren Boebert appears in the new movie. I don't remember who Lauren Boebert is. Let me look.
Oh, you sweet summer child. She is the crazy congresswoman from Colorado.
Oh, I do know who that is. Okay, sorry.
Do y'all
That's
think?
hilarious.
Do y'all think if I
No,
bought
I
I
know
two
why they're
tickets to
talking
see
about
this
that.
movie and I invited her to go see it with me?
It is insane that people like her and Marjorie Taylor Greene can be in Congress, but constituencies are different.
I'm not saying I'm gonna vote for her. I'm just gonna ask her to see Beetlejuice with me.
Oh, I get it. You're being gross. She is
All
convinced.
right, look.
I want to point out, of all the musicals to do that during, this musical, the Beatles, and begins with a song called "Dead Mom."
Well,
Here's
now
the-
That's when
that says a lot about her.
rope.
Be warned, it's intense.
Woo! We got a rider.
That's really awesome. Daylight come and we wanna go home.
Yes, Mira.
Oh, I'm so scared to look at this.
Death is hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think life is harder.
I'm scared to get excited for this. I don't want to get disappointed.
Michael Keaton played Batman and Beetlejuice like 35 years or whatever after he played them before.
Family and tried to force me to marry him. I believed he was gone forever until you found this in the attic. Ew. Who's Beetlejuice? Don't ever say that name, Beetlejuice.
Oh my god, that's totally what a kid would do.
I'm serious.
Like they wouldn't take their parents seriously.
He will appear.
Uh-oh.
Juice is loose.
The juice.
Yeah.
Is he gonna say it's showtime?
You so happy.
He's gotta say it.
I try to go in everything cautiously optimistic. So I'm not too disappointed if it's bad.
Can they?
Oh, cool. It's Monica Bellucci.
Danny Elfman's score.
So good.
Oh, he's back for this. It sounds like it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Danny
Of
Elfman
course.
scores are just... Oh, I love them so much.
Fantastic.
Oh, I didn't know there was Justin Theroux in it.
Willem Dafoe.
I love Defoe.
Monica Bellucci.
I like that they're using a combination of like CGI,
Yeah,
but
they
also
said they said it's all like
stop motion.
Beetlejuice.
Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
I need to rewatch Beetlejuice. It's been a while.
That looks like it could be good.
September 6th.
Okay,
That was great.
genuine question. Why not just wait till October?
Yeah.
Oh, I
a
know.
lot
Why
of
didn't
a lot
we-
of
yeah.
a lot of horror movies release in September to get in the Halloween.
Season?
I kind of consider spooky season begins in September, but
That's
doesn't go like.
fair, But I feel like I get in the mood in October.
October
Yeah.
1, I always watch Hocus
Oh,
Pocus.
man.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, my back.
What happened,
This
Marcella?
year I'm gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2, the
I
new one. I
pulled
haven't watched it
My
yet.
back, I think.
It's...
You know,
I
I pulled it.
watch it once.
Oh,
I'm
I
okay
wanted
with
I wanted to wait till Halloween to watch it, and I didn't do it like the last 2 years.
2
so.
years. I wish
Yeah,
it
no,
was
It came out 2 years ago. This last year, I just rewatched Hocus Pocus 1.
That's Doug
No.
Jones is in that one, right? In the
He's
sequel
in
also,
both
right?
of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Me and
right.
both of them.
I mean, he's always great, obviously.
No,
Yeah.
but I generally like watch a shit ton of horror movies around October.
Yeah, yeah.
Or-
The problem is I am
or
a
in
scaredy
October.
cat. So
Yeah,
I
that's
cannot
right.
watch horror movies too late to bedtime.
Yeah.
That's-
I can only do light horror. It's hard for me. Yeah, same thing. I have to
I
watch
like-
in the daytime. You're right.
No, like
I like a lot of the
remember-
old stuff, like a lot of like 80s and 90s horror movies. Like I like the
problem-
trashy shit.
It's
Like
I
a couple-
am a jumpy as fuck as a person. So like, someone just walked into this room right now, I would jump. Like that's so like actual jump scares. No, thank you.
No, I remember a couple years ago I watched Midnight Mass. I got it recommended by a friend of mine, and I did that for my Halloween marathon because every year I used to like something to watch, like do a marathon. I selected that the particular year, and that series scared the shit out of me, man. Like Mike Flanagan is such a good director. If you guys like scary stuff and you've never seen
I've
Midnight
heard of
Mass,
Midnight
it's a
Mass. I've
great.
heard it was
Dave is
good.
a big fan of all of that dude's
Mike
shows on
Flanagan?
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike
all
Flanagan?
those horror shows.
Yeah.
Only one I saw was the I don't know, Haunting on Hill House, Hill
Okay, so
whatever.
that-
Also,
Same,
yeah.
okay.
Also, another great Flanagan show for the Halloween season is The Fall of the House of Usher.
See, usually around
oh.
Halloween, I'm watching like Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town, and that's what I can
Yeah,
handle.
Halloween. That's as far as you go, right?
I'll watch like the
Um,
classic. I'll watch any of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I'll watch.
I
any
love
of
those.
I'll watch
I
any of
have
the.
The first
But Evil
Nightmare on
Dead.
Elm Street, because I try, because I'm
I've
a
never
movie
seen
lover.
Evil
I try
Dead.
to watch the classics, and then I watch them. I have a rule for horror movies: is you have to let me have my phone. That way, I can be like, I need to escape for a moment.
Also, another thing I do on Halloween is I have a list of like the creepiest X-Files episodes to me.
Oh, that's a good
And,
idea.
like-
Ooh, can you
like
share that
every-
list?
X-Files
sure.
scared the shit out of me in the 90s.
Yeah.
That theme
yeah, sure,
song,
I'll-
that theme song was the
Similar.
scariest
Bum,
fucking.
bum, bum, bum,
I
bum.
was
Yeah.
like,
Scariest thing was Sunday night after The Simpsons and the X-Files comes
Yeah.
on, and you turn off all the lights, and it's just like the TV and like the X-Files thing. Do 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 do
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
also
good.
watch like the Halloween episodes of things, and particularly the Buffy Halloween episodes.
Yeah, that's fun. I like Halloween
Yeah, I'll-
episodes.
Yeah. Also, but yeah. So I've been doing that for. I made that list a couple years ago. For one Halloween, last thing I'll say, and then I'll shut up. I invited a friend over to do like he slept over, right? And I decided to make him watch The Exorcist for the first time, and he ran out of the room. He ran the fuck out of the room.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, what's the?
I made it
The
through
woman-
The Exorcist in high school, and I was scared of cat.
And I'm like, dude,
I have only seen the first one. I've not
Dude,
seen
I
any of the
haven't
others.
seen any of the Exorcist sequels, but
she's just floating. What's this?
I've only seen part of The Omen because that scared me too much. I couldn't
And-
watch
And
it.
I'm like,
What was scary though for like a little kid? Like what was?
That soundtrack, whatever.
Oh,
it is,
yeah.
it's like super
Oh.
freaky.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like the Georgian chant,
I
but
was
like
a child,
really
as a child,
really ominous.
not now. I need to. As a child, I found parts of Hocus Pocus scary. That's actually, to be fair, I was right to be scared of the woman stealing children. Like that is scary
Yeah.
for a child.
To be fair,
To be fair,
last
Rachel says to be fair a lot, and she also says that's fair a lot, and I know that because
No,
like
but-
I've edited a lot of podcasts that she's been on.
I say legit a lot.
I think
Speaking
I also
of legit,
say that a lot. It's when you make a lot of TikTok videos, you pick up on your vocal tics, and that is one that I'm like, okay.
I saw Hocus Pocus, the original one, in the theater when I was a little kid. My mom took me and my sister to see that, and I had like a little kid crush on Sarah Jessica Parker, right? That's her name, right?
yeah.
I'm a little like slurry. That's a
I-
hard. It's a 3-word name. That's too much, but
One
she's
of
like
a
the one who
very good
says
friend of
amok, amok,
mine,
amok, or is it
first-
the other one?
Tis firm.
The first movie he remembers seeing in theater was Hocus Pocus, and he said at the end he's like his memory is like them leaving the theater, and he's like a little, like very little, and he's trying to do like sing you've got a spell on me, but the part where they're chanting back and forth, and he's trying to do that is like little kid voice.
All right, last topic of the night because we got to close up because I got to wake up early to do a stream with Marcel, and then we're gonna watch
Woo!
Lower Decks and all that stuff. But I just want to say,
Lower Decks. Sorry.
and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like this is still the best ending of any Star Trek that has ever happened so far.
I prefer Deep Space Nine, but to be fair, Deep Space Nine took 10 hours to end, and Next Generation did it in 2. But the Next Generation didn't really end there. Then they made
Someone else
4
said to be
movies
fair.
and 30
Yeah.
episodes of Picard.
Fair.
No, yeah, no. But
It is I think it's tied with Deep Space Nine and TNG for me, but like this is such a good episode.
It is very good.
Because I know we were talking about this, I think, during, or you were talking about this during Text Trek. Finales are so hard, so it's so refreshing when you see them done well.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't really like, I mean, I think it was assumed, we already knew there was going to be a Generations movie coming up, I feel
Yeah,
like.
that was
So it wasn't-
public knowledge.
It was just known as it was assumed that this was like the ending of a show. Like it was
Yeah.
just and it was framed in a way that the journey kept going. Like they kept there is a season 8 nestled somewhere in between season 7 and Generations possibly
Mhm.
that you can like speculate, and it just feels like that's what they were doing before Generations.
No, but I mean, every time I see this episode, I just think it's such a good way to bring a closure to the TNG era on TV. Like
Mhm.
it's just a really, really good episode.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
like the
good.
conclusion of Picard's life before
Yeah.
his brother and nephew burn to death, and
Yeah.
everything gets
And
derailed.
And
Which I hate.
also-
You brought that up on purpose because I hate that
Yeah.
so much.
Also-
But this is his
also-
peak. This is Picard's peak.
Yeah.
It's right here at that poker table. When he sat down at that poker
Hey.
table, that was his peak.
I tried
Yeah,
to save that nephew with my Picard theories.
Yeah,
Ruben, you were
also-
there. You were there when we both saw this together at the same time in high school
In 1994.
in 1994. What
Yep.
grade were you in?
We
I was
called each
a.
other after.
What did we do? We called each other. Yeah, we
after.
probably like talked about it for hours and cried. I think I cried.
Yeah, no,
See,
Or
our
we might have
coworker
even
was
done a
making me
three-way. You
feel
remember
old
three-way? Like on the
earlier
old
in
phones, you would
day,
press
and
the
this
button.
conversation's making me feel like a
Mhm.
baby.
yeah.
You are.
It's okay, Rachel.
You are-
What were you gonna say, Stanley?
I'm saying Rachel says she's feeling like a baby with this conversation. I said that's because
Because
she is.
you are a baby.
You are a baby.
But earlier, my coworker was making me feel old because they're like 20. Like,
What? No.
Wait, Rachel?
I'm 30.
Okay.
So I was born in 1993. So I did not watch this episode live.
Yeah.
That aired in 1994.
I did not either. I did not either.
PE says, hopefully the series finale of Disco will surprise us all and be the new best of them all.
No, also, I just want to say one more thing.
Mhm.
To have it end like this, to have Picard go in on one of the poker games and say, "Oh, I don't want to interrupt," and then I think it's Jory. I think it's
It was Troy who says, like, you're always welcome, I think.
yes,
if I'm
yeah,
not
yeah. Troy says you're always welcome. He sits down and he goes, "I should have done this a long time ago." Such a good line. Oh my god.
It is so good. And I think this scene, and like, there's a reason this is the scene they call back to in the last shot of Picard. Like,
Yeah.
the scene is so
yeah.
good.
So
the
good.
chemistry of the actors is so apparent of how much like they genuinely like each other.
Oh
Well,
my
that,
god. So good.
We didn't want a whole lot of original ideas in season 3 because why bother?
I mean,
Wow, oh my God.
But that
and
that
now I'm
specific
trying to
scene
avoid saying the word fair.
that specific scene made sense just because they would be still playing poker after
Yeah.
all these years, and they might
My-
play a game of
what
poker.
someone-
But yeah,
when
there was a
people-
lot of other things like that. Yeah, maybe on
When
hindsight.
people have
that
asked me my
I loved it.
thoughts
I
of
wanna be
season
clear,
3
I
of
loved
Picard,
it.
they are. I enjoyed it, but it's a lot of fan service. I was the fan being serviced though.
Yes.
right, I was
I
also
was
being
fan
serviced.
So
Service.
it was fun.
But I might have been
Yeah.
serviced so much that I'm not sure I had any more to give.
So hell.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh my god, Jesus.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry.
I did not need to hear that.
I'm giving her all she's got.
Get her all she's got, Captain. More power,
Sorry,
more
that
power.
fucking broke me. God.
I'm trying to serve.
Onward, forward.
God.
Look. I just. It's like a fun photo, except the lighting is so bad on Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton.
Oh yeah,
Look,
you
look,
can't even
no,
see them
no,
back
look.
there.
No, LeVar Burton has his eyes closed. Look at that. I think.
No one told
He's not
LeVar
even
Burton or
wearing his
Michael Dorn they
visor,
were taking a
actually.
photo.
This is just no one told Michael Dorn they were taking a photo.
Nobody told-
I really wanted to see the Pasteur. I really want to see. Really was hoping to see like the Pasteur, but I guess we got the Elios instead, which is kind of not as
Yeah,
exactly
she became
what-
a renegade doctor.
instead of
That's what
Doc-
Gates wanted to do.
I do love
Yeah,
the
like-
class. I wish we would see more of it. That have spheres in space makes sense.
Yes,
They do. No,
I like
mean,
that some of the things that they put. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marcelo.
No, no. I mean, the wonderful thing about Star Trek now is that after I finish this episode every year, because I do a rewatch of TNG every year. After I finish this episode every year now, I'm gonna go right to Picard season 3.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. No, wait a minute. I stand corrected. I'm gonna go to the movies and then go to Picard season 3.
This is a cool thing. I do appreciate how much of All Good Things kind of influenced what the future was going to look like in the 25th century.
Yeah.
Like, let me see if I can. Oh, is this not working? Hold on. Sorry. Copy image address.
For the first episode of Picard, there was a bar that did a screening of it, and before they were just like playing All Good Things, or just a bunch of Star Trek nerds being like, "Oh, all good things," like.
So there's Rios.
Yeah.
Which I'm mad that he was gone, kind of. But look, see, it's kind of the same uniform, right?
Yeah,
Similar.
you can see the.
There's that vibe is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the 25th century aesthetic.
Mhm.
In the Berman era and in the modern era.
They kind of nailed it, which is pretty cool.
And I think we're likely going to get a Paramount Plus made for streaming movie set in the 25th century post Star Trek Picard season 3. Alex Kurtzman has talked about that. I think that's going to be likely the next thing they do after the Section 31 movie.
I really like that.
Though?
I hope so.
It'll be 7 of 9, and it'll be probably an Enterprise G based.
Yeah, they could do a Captain 7. I mean, like they could do any like Berman era people. They could like bring anyone they want into it, you know.
And I think that would be easier than trying to do a show with them.
Yeah,
Just be
something
like-
a year or every.
What about bringing the Voyager crew back to do like a movie? That'd be
I'm
nice.
all for DS9, Voyager, all of the above. Like, I think we
I'd
could
be
even.
down with that. I
Yeah.
mean, you could like do a Seven as Captain of the Enterprise movie and be like, surprise, it's a Voyager movie.
Yeah,
I love
cool.
seeing O'Brien and Troy and Worf in that shot right there in their encounter at Farpoint look.
Mhm. I also loved Tasha being back.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was really cool. His reaction to her when he first gets in that time jump on the shuttlecraft. They're about to see the Enterprise. It's also cool that we got the ceremony. We never got that kind of ceremony of like the space dock shot of the Enterprise, and or whatever, not space dock, but dry dock.
Love the Easter egg of that. Crazy Admiral Nora Settee is the one who ordered Picard to take command of the Enterprise.
That's right. That's right. Norris.
Just before her retirement, apparently.
PES, what period is the Section 31 movie supposed to be set in? Apparently, it's set in that time period. The Lost Years, is it called?
The
Or what is
Lost
it called?
Era, yeah, we know
Lost
it.
Era,
It's set in Rachel Garrett's lifetime. So.
I'm gonna have to actually everybody there because
go.
Says we know that a Rachel Garrett is in the movie. We don't know that means it takes
I
place.
think we are making
that
assumptions
time
based on the fact Rachel Garrett is in the movie.
Yes.
I'm very
even-
confident it takes
even
place
so-
in that time period.
I am too. I just like being a contrarian sometimes because we've seen Philippa jumping through time so much.
Yeah.
There could be some.
I do.
Yeah, but like, there's no reason to think there's going to be time travel involved because her connection to time travel is with the Guardian in the 32nd. Well, no, I take that back because I guess like he exists within every time.
Yeah, he's
so
everywhere.
He would still be around like at any point to
I
like.
think either it takes place in the lost time period or it takes place in a bunch of different time periods, and that's probably one of them.
But I could see him dropping her off like, hey, I'm not sending you back to when you left because there are too many people around who know you and you're going to fuck with shit. Instead, here, go meet Rachel Garrett.
But for what the story that they've talked about for years that they want to tell with Section 31, like makes sense that that's when they basically like, how did Section 31 that we see in Discovery become the Section 31 that we see in Deep Space Nine? Yeah, doing something in the Lost Era is like a good time to do that.
Yeah, because it was a secret, then it wasn't, and then it became a secret again. So seeing them go underground will be fun.
I do think of All Good Things. Someone once pointed out to me, it's also because like you don't see Riker in any of the flashback stuff because they haven't picked him up yet. But someone was like also because it's hard to remove Jonathan Frank's facial hair.
Yeah, yeah. When they showed footage of him, they had to pull footage from Arsenal of Freedom.
Yeah.
Plus, he was quite like trim, and then he became like buff later on. So
Yeah, so right now, me and Taylor, we just watched Q, Who was the last episode we watched. And already at that point in season 2, you can see Jonathan Frakes has started to age a little bit from his season 1 look.
right.
He has a like baby face, like in that season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. And he's really fit in season 1, but as the seasons go on, he gets a little bit more filled out.
Well, I think he's like more buff. Like he becomes more muscular. I feel like
Yeah, okay.
because he doesn't really have like a belly or anything like that.
No,
He's just
I
more.
No,
think you're
no,
right.
no,
I
what?
think
No,
he's-
no. I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to say any negative connotation. I'm just saying he fills out.
Yeah.
If they weren't doing the Christopher Reeve Superman movies in the 80s, if there was like a Superman TV show, not Superboy, but like adult Superman, I think like young
right.
Jonathan Frakes would have been a fantastic Superman
Yeah.
slash
Well, he
Clark
played
Kent.
Captain America.
would've been.
He
Wait, he did?
Yeah, not like sorry, he was cosplaying as Captain America.
Marvel sent actors out as their characters
Oh,
to
okay.
events in the 80s, and he was
That
their
makes
Captain
more
America.
sense that I wouldn't have known about that, as opposed to like Jonathan like playing him in something.
But he has more of like a Clark Kent look with the dark hair and blue eyes, because with Steve Rogers, he technically is supposed to be blonde. I guess you
Yeah.
could like cast anyone with just put like the helmet on him. It doesn't really matter, but
I said cosplay, but he was just he wasn't.
he was hot.
You know who is
they hire
cosplaying?
cosplayers. That's the thing.
You know who's doing cosplay is that guy Harrison Butker. He's cosplaying as a heterosexual man.
Which one?
That
Who the
Harrison
hell are you
Butker
talking
guy,
about?
Oh,
the football player.
yeah.
Ruben laughed. Ruben got a
Oh,
laugh.
the
I got
kicker.
someone to laugh at that
The
joke.
misogynist kicker. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I don't know who
cosplaying
you
as a
are.
heterosexual man.
it.
He's not.
The
I don't know.
my favorite thing is like so when he
I'm laughing because
Grew up
nobody
Catholic.
got that.
he grew up Catholic, and the people being like, "Why is this man acting like an evangelical? What the fuck is happening?"
It's really weird.
Because he's at evangelical school.
No, he wasn't. He was at a Catholic.
No, as a
school.
Catholic, he wants to make a more conservative Catholicism. I
What's the
guess.
difference?
there's some.
Which, by the
some-
way, speaking of
There
Catholicism,
are
it's kind of cool that
Catholic,
they.
there's a lot less. There's a lot less missionary work in Catholicism. Like there's a lot
There's
less
much of
of
a
that.
difference.
But speaking
Like-
of Catholicism, they're just about to canonize and bring in a modern saint who was a gamer, Ruben, just like you, a millennial gamer who apparently did 2 miracles, and that's what it takes. You have to do 2 miracles to be canonized, and so
The
yeah,
hell
I read that.
He's a gamer who got married. That's miracle 1.
Oh my god. Okay, well, Ruben qualifies then because he got married and he's a gamer. So
It's
you
only
got
one miracle. That's only
That's
one.
one miracle.
What was the
What's
other
Ruben's second miracle? Can we canonize Ruben? Let's figure it out. I don't know what it'll be. But anyways,
one? He's
that's it.
canonized in the Church of Fathery as the Dark
Oh.
Lord of the Sith.
There you go.
But my favorite thing about that kicker is because he made that thing. He was like, "All women should be mothers and stuff," and nuns from
Oh
that
my
school
gosh.
went, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, we're fine not being mothers.
Mothers and nuns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my cosplay joke on Twitter and see what happens. I don't think it'll get any interest, but I'm gonna try it. Anyways, gentlemen and lady,
Gentleman and a lady, that's good.
or I don't know how you.
Lady.
I don't know your pronouns, so maybe not gentleman
No.
and lady. Yes, Rachel.
No, I'm
I
a
was like,
gentleman.
No, I said I'm lady. That's
Yes,
I'm-
you are a
that's-
lady.
And
I
I'm a
think
gentleman.
you got it right.
Yeah.
All right. Gentlemen, lady, thank you for joining me. Audience, thanks for coming on. This was a fun little Starfleet Sohail After Dark time. It was very cool. Or
Hoorah.
actually, the After Dark show. That's what we call it now. Was there anything you guys want to promote? I know we all are doing the Save Lower Decks thing tomorrow, so don't forget that. But why don't we start with Rachel, and then we'll work our way up to Marcelo to finish.
Well, I'll be on Text Trek tomorrow for the Save Lower Decks live stream, and I host the first reaction stream on Text Trek. And I'm also on the podcast Masters of Mayhem, which we play Mutants and Masterminds, which is a superhero-based RPG, and it's really fun, and you should check it out.
It is really fun. That's with RC, right? And
Yeah.
a bunch, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
And other friends I have never gotten into Star Trek.
Well, at least you tried. We know you
Yeah.
tried.
I'm watching 911 from one of those friends, so maybe that's how it could be. I could be like, here, watch this.
Ruben, what have you got to promote? Anything you're doing that you want to share with everyone? Oh, and you're on your HD camera now. That's cool.
No, nothing.
Oh, you can't talk about that thing yet.
What thing?
The thing you made.
What?
What? No.
The thing I made.
The
What thing you made?
you wrote something, right? And then you got paid
Oh
for it.
yeah.
I've written lots of things, yes, and gotten paid for them.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah,
later.
they're not-
Anyways, I've only got this to promote. Starfleet Sohail is we're doing our disco stream tomorrow, Marcel and I at 11 a.m. We're going to talk about Lagrange Point, which is a very exciting episode. I enjoyed your discussion on Text Trek about it, by the way. That was fun.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so check it out. I haven't watched the replay of the salon yet, but happy birthday, Stanley, again.
Thank you.
And
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I had no
birthday,
idea.
Stanley,
Stan.
what do you got to promote?
Well, it was my birthday, so that's good. No, Wednesday. Yes, thank you. I'm the co-host of the Salon at Salon Trek here on YouTube, over on Twitter and Blue Sky. We talk about Star Trek, and there's a medium-sized group of us, chaotic voices, a little irreverent, lots of fun. Yeah, Salon Trek.
It's a very cool show. And also, you guys are gonna do something that I did listen to that part, but it took you like a long time to get to it. But you guys are gonna like branch out too, right? Like
We did a birthday hive stream. Which
that's
is
what I was watching. I forgot.
call my live stream when I'm high. And yes, it time slows down when I get high, and it took me a long time. Yes, so every week that there is a new episode, we talk about that episode. When there's not a new episode, we do any number of things, either have a theme or we started randomly doing what we call the Thumb Wars, where we'll go through a season of a show.
Those are fun.
Yeah, give a synopsis, give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and then some we discuss, some we don't, because we try to keep it under 2 hours, even for a 26 episode season.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and it is challenging with the gaggle of gays and allies that I'm with. But we've also talked about doing a couple of different themes. We've done controversial decisions in Trek, so like. We try to avoid the Tuvix of it all because that's been talked to death. But, should Picard have infected Hugh with that nano probe virus to end the Borg? Those kinds of fun things. And we are also going to be doing a Star Trek Adventures group eventually. So we'll be doing that probably a different night. And then we've also talked about doing what we're calling the Salon away team, where we'll pre-record it and then put it out a different night rather than Thursday, like smaller groups. Because the one thing about the Salon being 6, like with this, you've seen it's a little chaotic with more than 4 voices at a time. And there are also some things like I love and appreciate the original series, but it's not really for me. It's not my jam. But we're gonna do a deep dive of it that I will executive produce, but the people for Trev and Ken especially, who grew up on it and love it, they're going to deep dive it. So that kind of lots of fun stuff coming up.
That's exciting. Valerie, what have you got going on?
Well, thank you for the kind words about our show tonight. But yeah, on Text Trek, we are covering each and every episode of Star Trek Discovery on Fridays, so one more to go, but we'll have a deep dive discussion Friday, and on Thursday nights we are having the first reaction streams hosted by Rachel. And when there's no more new disco coming out, Dave and I have some, I don't know, it's not finalized, but I think I know what we're doing in June, and I don't know what's a good way to tease it, but it will be something in something Star Trek and other media other than the TV show, something like something expanded universe, but I think something people will really like. So, but yeah, and watch us live on YouTube 7 p.m. Central Fridays, or listen later wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget, you have some cool stuff going on Discord. If you're interested, you can become a patron of the Text Trek podcast. And if you are at
we
a
have
certain
a watch
level,
party tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a watch
3:30
party
p.m.
tomorrow?
Yeah, we're
For
doing
Aaron,
the
right?
2 crisis points for Aaron.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
For
Oh, so
our
we're gonna do
Bridge
the
crew
stream.
level patron.
We'll go to the stream, and then afterwards we're gonna go into. So we're kind of still watching. That's a lot of Lower Decks. That's great. Everything's Lower
Yeah,
Decks. Really.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
almost like we tried to plan that out on
Yeah.
purpose.
Can I
I
plug
totally
one?
forgot.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because he was saying extended universe, it reminded me. For folks who don't know or haven't read the Wolf 359 project on Twitter, a lot of really fun authors came together and they wrote what is like an in-universe report, a 20 years later after action report of what happened. Really fun stuff. It has like Admiralty meetings, and it's an interview style. The last one is like an interview with Jean-Luc Picard and talking about why he hasn't ever wanted to talk about it. It's a really cool project. So it's Wolf 359.
Is it like the same authors like Dayton Ward and
No,
Nina
it's
McCormick? Oh, okay.
fans.
Oh, it's a fan type, like a fanzine kind of,
Yeah, and
but digital.
if anybody follows Starfleet Department of History, I think is the account on Twitter. They were part of it, but they put out a call for people to do starship bios for the ships of Wolf 359, and I got selected to do the USS T'Pau. So that should be coming out soon, and I'll be
Nice.
sure
Oh,
to
cool.
link it.
I'll check it out, but I think some of those people got mad at me because I made a statement one time that I only focus on official stuff because it's too much otherwise for my brain to handle, and then people got mad. But I will check it out. I will expand my brain and check out the fan stuff for you, Stanley. I'll go look at that. Fathery, we were saying Patreon. Yeah, so check it out. It's a lot of fun. And if you're at a certain tier, you can have a birthday party, which I had my first one this year, and it was so much fun. Thank you. That was really cool. I've never had a Star Trek birthday party online before. I've only had one in real life, so that was fun.
Oh yeah, during COVID, didn't you watch Star Trek 6 in a theater?
I did. I rented a whole theater to watch Star Trek 6. That was awesome. And that concluded my Star Trek original series discussions for the films.
Yeah, we still
And
gotta do
Fathery-
Generations. You've never done Generations
because
or the TNG
I'm gonna do it with
movies.
you. We're gonna do the TNG. We gotta when we get
I
past
think-
Disco.
I think
and
you
stuff
should
like that.
wait until like Deep Space Nine gets to where Generations is.
I
Wait
like
till-
that. I think we could
Wait
do
till you get
that,
to the episode Defiant when Jonathan
That's
Frakes
when it
shows
happens.
up.
Oh,
That came
okay.
out. That was the episode that aired like the same week that Generations came out.
Very cool. Yeah, we'll check that out. We'll do that. That's what we'll do. That's when we'll watch our TNG film discussions. Because I've already done all the Kelvin films because I did them. I started the podcast when
Beyond
if I'm
came
not-
out.
Beyond came out. So then I did all those. Yeah, so exactly. So Marcelo, what have you got going on that you want folks to know about?
Yeah, well, if you want to see all the amazing things that I do, I invite you to come over to Balloon Head Productions. Almost every Friday, I get together with a really big loser friend of mine, and we watch Buffy for like 2 hours. We have a great time. Yeah, he rocks. He's down there. But in the future, I was talking to a friend of mine in the future. I'm going to introduce a new discussion series on my channel. We're going to talk about the nanny. So we
Shut up! You're
we don't-
talking about the nanny.
yeah,
I
yeah.
need to be a part of
yeah.
this.
Well, hold
Is
on,
Ra-
hold
Is
on,
Rachel
hold
gonna
up,
be
hold
on
up,
the nanny?
hold on.
What friend do you think he was talking about?
Oh, of course, I knew it.
It's gotta be her. It's gotta be her. So wait.
I'm the reason
nothing...
Marcelo knows about the nanny. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome. That's
yeah.
rad.
Yeah. She's like my beacon of light when it comes to the nanny. But there's no set date for it yet. But we are going to have discussions with the nanny. And one more thing, in about 4 or 5 months from now, we're also going to start discussing BSG, Ronald D. Moore's BSG.
I am obsessed with BSG. I would love to at least be in your audience, but I would also love to be on your BSG
Okay, yeah.
podcast, 'cause I was thinking of doing a BSG podcast at one point
because I started watching BSG with a friend years ago, and then it got taken off of all streaming services. Where is it right now?
It's back on. It's on Amazon now. They quietly put it on Amazon.
Yeah. So just a quick recap. Right
Is it
now,
in
every
4K?
Friday.
I think so.
Yeah. So right now, every Friday, I have Buffy watch-alongs. On Wednesdays, I have For All Mankind watch-alongs. And then in the future, I got Nanny discussions coming and BSG coming. So again, go over to my channel.
You're
Lumiere
so
Productions.
prolific. You're like the most prolific podcaster I know, and you have a horror podcast, and you have like
I do.
Alex Kurtzman podcast.
I have 4 different podcasts and 4 different YouTube channels, including the one Balloonhead. So that's 4.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there's mixtape. There's mixtape. There's
So
Balloonhead and like a bunch of others. There's a horror one.
So there's the Mixtape podcast. There's Radio 5, which is the JJ podcast. There's the Mixtape podcast. And also I have a podcast called Stark Reality that focuses on it's a self-healing podcast. So it talks about mystical things and talks about how to meditate.
I didn't know it. That's a new one? Is that a new one?
No, it's been around for a while.
Is that like what evolved from your personal podcast that you would talk about your experiences and stuff like that? Or is it
No.
I feel like I know all the Marcellus shows. I'm like,
no. It's a show that I produce for a friend of mine. It's her show, where she talks about where she talks about not spiritual healing, but meditation and the way that meditation can heal the body and things like that. But that's been going on for a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Marcelo. Thank you, guys. Live long and prosper. And we will see you guys tomorrow for the Save Lower Decks Streamathon. I'm very excited.
Lower Decks. Lower